Hello, DESFAM, and welcome to another Tea Talk with Dave. Today we have a very special Tea Talk, guys. We are doing a YouTube takeover with our Disney fam. That's right, today, guys. It is all night right now. We're going to go until our batteries die. Whatever we're
That's right.
streaming
That's
on,
right.
we're going to
That's
have
right.
a good time today, guys. So, first off, let's say hi to the young lady and the young man, Mr. Javier and Celeste, just a guy and a girl joining us today, guys. Hello.
What's up,
Yeah, what's
everybody?
up, guys?
Glad to be here.
And to the youngest Disney fan bam right here, to JG Voyages, Jacky and George. Hello, guys. Thank you for
Hello,
joining us
hello,
today.
everybody.
It is good to have you guys here, guys, and it's good to have everybody today joining us. I know we're going to be on here for a little bit, guys, but we're going to have a lot to talk about. There's a lot that went on. So let's check out the chat real quick, guys, before we get a little warmed up. Let's see who's on here right now. Let's see what's up. Let's see. Who do we got? We got Mad Teacher 320 Tasha saying hello, hello. How are you guys?
What's up,
What's up,
Tasha?
Who else we got?
No.
All right. Oh, look, she said hi, Javier. Aw. Here we go. We got Spawn on here. Always good to
What's
see him.
up, Fawn?
Here we go. And we got Corey the Legend saying hello. We got B Bella today saying hello. We got all kinds of people today, guys.
Cataline.
Yeah, yeah. We got Yareli Rosales saying hello, guys. Hello. How's everybody doing today, guys? Good vibes. We're going to have a fun show today, guys. We're going to have a fun live stream today. As you can tell, I didn't even put up my whole green screen today. I didn't care. I just put some gel in my hair, sat down, and let's do this, guys. Let's just have fun today. Let's do our thing, and let's see what's up. So a lot of stuff has been happening in the last week. We all know that D23 just wrapped up. We have a lot of mixed feelings about what happened at D23. Everybody was saying that D23 was one of the best ones. Some of them were saying they were not. Just to kind of throw that out there, just to kind of bring it to everybody. I have come to the conclusion, and I have come to the expectation to say that Disney is a business, right? Either you support the business or you don't. Either you like the business or you don't. You like the food or you don't. You like the merch, the cartoons, whatever it is. So, whatever the Disney company throws at you, I'm just gonna love it because I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to do it. I committed myself for another year and the entire family. So let's go and have fun. If obviously something's not gonna sit with us right, just like the secret sauce is not the best on the burger, then we're gonna say something, obviously. But at least we get it out there, but at least we're still Disney fans. We're going to talk about D23. We're going to talk about Disneyland. We're going to talk about Universal Studios today, guys. We're going to talk about a lot of cool stuff today. So let's get a little warmed up. Let's get set up right here real quick. Give me 1 second. We got all kinds of cool technology stuff today. Look at this. This is like the coolest live stream we've ever done. Damn, look at this. Watch out. Look at this. Technology. So let's start off with D23 Expo. So, oh my God, I am so jealous of Javier and Celeste. You guys went to D23 for the very first time, right?
Yeah.
Yes, well,
Please
basically
tell us about it.
Tuesday.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Well, I went for all 3 days. Javier went for
A couple hours.
a couple of hours. So my best friend, Louis Garcia, he is one of the architects that Disney contracts with for reimagining a bunch of beautiful things that have come up to Disneyland. Snow White. He's currently working on the new Pixar place, and he did the expansion of Club 33. So he had bought tickets to D23. He had a coworker who ventured on out of the country to Budapest. So he had an extra set of 3-day passes. So he asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like,
Lucky.
Of
yes.
course.
So he did gift them to us, and we love him for making it possible. So it was amazing from day one. Walking in and just seeing the array of people. First of all, the lines were ridiculous. It was like you had to wait in a line to get in a line. You had to get a virtual queue to get in a line. The bathrooms had a line. The food had a line. There was lines everywhere.
I'm surprised you didn't have to do a virtual queue for the bathroom.
You know what? Just about. But
What group are you in?
yeah, exactly. Boarding group A for the restrooms. Go now. 10 a.m. is your time. Yeah, for real. Like it was literally a line to get into a line.
Wow.
It was very overwhelming, very confusing if you didn't know what you're doing. Even though my best friend had even been there for like the first year. I mean, in prior years past, it was completely different this year. And I don't know if they kind of revamped things because of COVID or what, but like the app was completely different. So, our app wasn't updated, I guess, like on day one. So we weren't getting a lot of the alerts of like panels and things that were coming up. We had, and I guess before in years past, you had to like basically wait in line. It was first come, first serve for panels. This year they did it completely different. Last month I had to go online and choose. I had for each day, for each stage, you had 4 choices to make, and basically for all 3 days, I didn't get any of the choices that
I don't think anybody.
I don't think anybody. When Louis did, he got one. He got 2. The Simpsons. We went to the Simpsons panel on day 1, which was very cool. We saw the Imagineers panel that was on day 3. Day 2, he didn't go. I didn't get anything but free giveaways, which is never bad. So, yeah, you even had to wait in the line to get your free giveaways. So that was like one of the things as well that you had to sign up for. So, last month you had to go, you had to choose in order of what your top choice was to your bottom choice was. And then they did like a random raffle on a certain day. And then everybody got sent an email.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple of days before D23. And I think it was actually on like the 25th. No, what's today? No. I'm sorry, like on the 5th, like a couple days before. And basically at that point, you knew what you were getting and what you weren't. And everything else is standby after that point, which really narrows it down to very few seats, if that, once it goes standby. So, but I mean, they had booths galore. They sold anything from Loungeflies, Lunchbox, Neff collabs, Pandora, Amazon was there, and Amazon was giving some amazing gifts, guys. Amazing. I don't even know where my bag is. I got this like big board game, like huge. It was Mickey and the Beanstalk board game. They're getting Funko Pops, pins. I mean, big those new Doorable things that Disney's promoting now. They were giving those away, and those are like crazy. That new Lorcana or whatever it is, that new card game thing. They were giving away those free cards, and I heard like they were going like for mad money, but they were giving away for free. Some of them were selling sets for like $49.99. They had photo ops galore. They had what I called the swap meet section, which is everybody who had a lot of.
People with little stalls.
It did with like little. It's where look at the indoor swap meet, and they're like in the back in the corner. You had all the nice fancy stuff, and then over there in the little corner in Hall C, it was like the swap meet. I swear that people selling Loungeflies, their own pins. There was pin trading, stuff. I mean, old looking stuff, and I'm like, are they really selling this stuff? But yeah, I mean, stuff that look like they're, I mean, it was just everything and think of. These people had them. They were like collectibles, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but they had the food was terrible. It was just like concession stand food, like show food.
Wow, because we have Nick was actually asking that too. Nick was like, "How was the food?" You know what? I didn't see anything on the food.
Terrible.
Out of all the vloggers, the whole Disney, people.
Well, they just had lunch trucks outside.
Yeah, they had lunch trucks outside, but I was laughing because Magic Journeys. I was watching their vlog this morning from D23, and they actually braved the concession stand food, and they're like, and then at the bottom they're like, the food was mediocre. I mean, it was like literally like your elementary school hamburger just had like a bun, a meat, and a cheese. Bad, ugly fries, bad. It was just all bad, guys, all bad. So outside though, they had an array of lunch trucks. Every lunch truck you could think of. from every type of nationality of food.
The only thing wasn't cheap.
It was not cheap. Ended up getting on day
Of
one
course.
was a barbecue chicken quesadilla, but you could throw in a side of fries and a Coke for like $8.95 more. So I got a chicken quesadilla, fries, and a Coke for $26, almost $30, guys. And I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this again.
And I also heard you couldn't use your Disney discounts if you were a key holder or whatever, right? Magic key holder, like they didn't accept or honor the discounts there.
Inside in a few booths, yes, like the D23 marketplace, yes. Now they had they did have the D23. I'm sorry, they had the Mickey's of Glendale, store that's kept, I guess, on the Walt Disney Studios set that only Walt Disney Studios employees, not even all Disney employees, but I think only the Walt Disney Studio employees can go into the store to buy their exclusive merch that they sell there. A lot of it's Imagineering stuff and things like that.
Wow.
If you're a D23 member, there's certain days of the year, we were just reading, on when you can go into this Mickey's of Glendale store. There's only like 2 times or 3 times a year, something like that, that they allow D23 members to go in there and actually purchase merchandise from the studio store. So they were there, and everything was a virtual queue. I could not get into virtual queue at all to get into that one. But the very last day, nobody was in there. There was no lines. There was like, everybody was pretty much done. And I was like, oh, Mikey knows it's standby. We can finally go in. And my best friend was actually looking for a hat that said like with the 3 little pigs that said Chinny Chin Chin on it. It's for like, the Imagineer. So he wanted that hat, but he ended up getting a shirt instead. But we went into the store. That store was amazing. Now there you cannot use your 20% discount. In the D23 marketplace, you were able to use your Magic Key discount, which was cool. There was also I got on a pop-up virtual queue for the new Munchlings that came out. I should have told Javier to bring my bags when I came down so I could show you guys. But I got it. So the Munchlings came out on Monday, finally, in Disneyland. I got an exclusive one that they're not going to be selling anywhere, which is really cool. But it was like a pop-up, and you had to do a virtual queue. Well, again, at this point, I didn't have the app, so I didn't know about that. But I went in and acted dumb, and I was like, oh, I didn't know how to, I didn't know how to jump, come in this virtual queue, blah, blah, blah. And I gave the guy a couple of winks, I'm just kidding. And I was like, yeah. He's like, I'll get you. And I'm like, oh, thank you,
You slipped him a 20 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. So I looked cute that day. He had the leopard print going on. Yeah, it all worked. So anyway, so he's like, let me go ahead and put you in on the Munchlings queue. I'm like, yes. I'm like, awesome. He's like, we're already full. He's like, but I'll, he's like, first of all, he's like, you don't have the app. He's like, let me put the app on your phone. I was like, oh, thank you. So put the app on my phone. And then he's like, okay. He's like, once we get into the Disney app, he went and he did a little code or something. And he's like, there. He's like, you're in the queue for the Munchlings. I was like, yes. I was like, that's awesome. So, my number came up, and in there came my little Munchling that smells amazing, and also gave me I'm gonna try to bring my bags down, and also a candy apple. And it's a nice. Javi's gonna get the bag right now. A big candy apple. So the Magic Key did apply there. So it was like, the Munchling, I think, was like $19.99, plus you got the free candy apple. But with the discount, I think it came up to like 17 something. So I got a Munchling and a candy apple. I don't know if they're $19.99 at Disneyland or not, or if they're more expensive. But at D23, they were $19.99. So I'm kind of curious to know what they're selling in Disneyland, if they're the same price or not. But those were the only 2 places that I knew that you could get a 20% discount. In the Mickey's of Glendale, because that's all exclusive stuff. You are not able to get a discount there. They had the Disney Archives was amazing. Oh, this was let me show you guys. So Javier
showed you.
This is a board game that I got from
Mickey and the Beanstalk.
Mickey and the Beanstalk from Amazon. So they were giving away tons of these, like
Wow.
hundreds of them. And then like Funko Pops, like a Grogu Funko Pop in there, a Mando one, Avengers ones, like good stuff, guys. Like I was like, wow. And then I went to Target, and then they give like a little coin, like those things that you put a quarter in and you twist it, and it comes with a little toy and the little plastic thing.
Yeah.
That's all Target
Like,
gave.
look at carnicería huevos. Yeah, like the ones at the carnicería, right?
Yeah. So this was another giveaway that I got Raya lithograph, and then I got
Oh my God.
a few of these things. I got a Raya pin. I got. Javier's bringing out all my stuff that I got. Oh, here's the Munchling. Here's the Munchling, guys. I haven't taken it out of the box because, again, it's a collectible. But oh no!
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
So this is the Munchling. This is the limited edition. Or the D23 exclusive. So anything that has this little silver Mickey head is only D23 exclusive merchandise.
Oh my goodness!
And my poor Candy Apple melted in the car, but she was cute. Now she looks like. Now she's like the one to the swap meet. Javier from the Callejones.
How did that happen? It rained. It wasn't even hot.
This is how those piñatas be looking at.
She looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now she looks like Quasimodo. Aww.
Oh, pobrecito.
Yeah, and what else is in there? What else did I get? Oh, okay. So, anyways, that was just a couple of things that I got, guys. But anyways, the Walt Disney Archives was amazing. They had photo ops in there as well, timelines of when everything happened. They had the Dreams one where you could see what's to come in Disneyland, which is the Toontown. What is it? Not the. What is it called? The little town thing.
That model thing?
A model, yeah. It was like a Toontown model.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen pictures
amazing.
Of it
All the little details. Tiana's Bayou Adventures. Oh cool. My God. And that looks amazing. What it's going to look like at night is going to look even better. I mean,
I did see that, and it actually looks cool because they're actually using more of like it looks like they're using like projection lighting and actual lighting itself to kind of give it that like blue, vibey, bayou kind of reflection. We'll definitely get into that, in just a minute. But that's,
that they tried something new with like misting type stuff. But right. I mean, there's just so much. But if you have specific questions, keep going, and then I'll jump in whenever you have a question. But that's kind of like a quick recap, just like quick. But we can go into further details as you ask more stuff.
No, definitely, yes. I mean, as far as like looking at the whole entire Disney setup that they had for D23, there was a lot of stuff that that everybody kind of mentioned. The whole overview. It was super crowded. It was packed. Well, yeah, it's a sold out event. It's Disney. What do you expect? It's gonna be be like that. Bring your water. Bring your shoes. You know what I'm saying? Bring your burritos de chorizo con huevo in the backpack and hide them from security. You know what I'm saying? Munch on those bad boys because you know what it's gonna be like. But it's all good, But everybody was just kind of saying, hey, it was like this, it was like that, But the thing I think that was the most important or the most exciting for a lot of people was the parks panel. Everybody was so excited to hear. Yes. Well, you know what? Here's actually, before we get to that, I was surprised Bob Chapek even showed up. I thought homeboy. You know what? I'm gonna give him that. He's got a good pair. I'll tell you that much because he actually showed up and he actually got in front of the stage. You know what I'm saying? I bet you, people were probably wondering what was going to go down, but he did. He went up there. He did his thing. He never fumbled. He went on, did his whole speech and set up the presentations, his whole entire little slideshow that he did, and just like any other presenter, and he introduced the next people, and that was it. So I was like, okay, cool. I mean, homeboy, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. I mean, you did your thing, but and then Josh D'Amaro comes out, on Sunday on the last day. I know we're kind of jumping around, but but Sunday was the everybody's big announcements, everybody's rumors, uh, the everybody's I guess what is it speculations of what was going to go down. The people mover coming back. They were talking about what's going to happen to Tarzan's treehouse. They were talking about all these crazy things, and then Josh, he came out and he started kind of like talking about what's going on as far as like on the Disneyland resort and the stuff that we already kind of know. But you know what though? I think I have a really good theory about that, and quote me if I'm wrong, or I want to hear what you guys think. So right now, Disney Imagineering is moving right now. I don't know if you guys know this, right? But you know that half of the Walt Disney Imagineering is moving to Florida because
Yeah.
Chapek, I guess, he opened up some offices out there. He bought like this huge building for them to live in with their families. Like he's basically moving half of the Disney company over to Orlando, Florida, I guess to be closer to Walt Disney World in that general area. So there's a lot going on over there. And I'm thinking that's why there's a lot of moving parts right now. That's why Disney Imagineering is not 100% focused on the parks like they usually are. What do you guys think about that? What do you think, George?
That's news to me.
Oh, you know about that?
No, I did it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So for the last,
Yeah.
I would say about a year and a half, the Walt Disney Imagineering Company, Wed Enterprises, they've been moving. They basically send the Disney company send the employees a letter said, "Hey, we're moving our studios, we're moving your workshops, we're moving all your stuff, um, and we're moving it over to Orlando, Florida. We have this like new complex that we just built for you guys. This brand new office, this whole new setup." It's supposed to be like super, state of the art, but it's cheaper because it's cheaper to run a business, I guess, in Orlando and Florida than it is in California. Obviously, California is one of the most expensive places to live in the United States, in the state. But as far as what they did, you know, they I guess they wanted, or Disney was contemplating, the idea of that. So I think what they did was they moved them, and I think that's what ended up happening. They moved the whole entire Walt Disney Imagineering, and right now for the last 6 months, instead of them focusing on building new rides and new things and testing out this and this and that, they got done with all the big projects, and then now they got kind of like, oh, well, right now we're not really working on much. We're just kind of getting, like letting the dust settle in their new offices and trying to get back into the rhythm of things. And that's why they kind of came out with the whole blue sky cellar things about what could be building at Walt Disney World,
The
what we
blue
could be
sky.
building, behind Big Thunder Mountain at Walt Disney World, what could come to Epcot, what could come, I think that's what ended up happening. I don't know, like, what do you think? I put you on the spot, bro. Yeah.
It, I obviously, the whole living thing. It's a lot cheaper over there. They have the space over there. Over here, you won't be able to find a space close enough where they feel comfortable. Being close to each other. Since it is California, everything's Southern California, everything's so dense. So you'd be lucky to build up an office space. Near Disney or anywhere where the company's gonna be at.
Right.
Um, but hey, this is all news to me. Like,
I mean, and
but
some
as
Disney
we,
vloggers were pissed. They
you,
were they were really
huh?
pissed off. They're like, what did I just like? What kind of like panel was this? Like they thought they were gonna hear about the people mover, and they thought they were gonna hear about all this stuff. Well, maybe it's coming, but not maybe this D23 because we're still kind of rearranging furniture or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like there's some people
Yeah,
they were just caught off guard. They thought it was just completely off the wall, but it's one of those things that um, yep, like I said, Disney's a company, just like any other company, just like McDonald's, like Apple, like Google, like whatever. You know, they all have moving parts. They all have working pieces and stuff, and everything has to come together for them to create a project and for them to launch it and execute it. And I think that's probably what's going on. So I don't know, like just as a thought, what do you guys think, Javier and Celeste?
I think you make a good point about the being a business, and as much as we're on the customer end of it, you're right. You got to remember a lot of times of how a business operates, and they had to take a big hit during the whole pandemic. All that.
Absolutely.
So there's only certain a certain amount of income that came in, and now they're trying to make up for it. And if you're an investor in there and you have shares there, of course you want your money to multiply. So that's the part that we forget sometimes. So it's kind of hard to balance both things. Is like, how do you bring in more money and also make the guests happy? And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
the guests aren't happy.
I think that it's Disney. They're like NASA. They're constantly thinking of things. They got somebody thinking of something right now in a room right now. There's somebody
Yeah.
thinking of something to think about next week and from 3 years from now, from 4 years from now. My thing is that they're smart. You can't let all your cats out of a bag at one time. You got to keep the
Right.
people wanting more and more. And if you give everybody everything, you have diarrhea of the mouth all at one time. What are we going to look forward to next year or for next D23?
Right.
Nobody's going to want to go. If they're like, oh, well, they already spilled the timeline for the next 10 years. What else could there be? So they're smart. They know how to keep the people coming. You know that when they never give us everything in full, like the spectaculars. Oh, this one's coming first. Oh, in 2 weeks, this one's coming, so that way they can get the same people and new people coming. Again, it's a business. They need to keep things fresh, so people keep coming back and coming back and coming back. They're not going to throw out all their tricks to everybody right now. There's no way, and they'll never do that. Nobody would be ever dumb enough to do that. No smart company would. That's what I think.
Well, it's like a magician, right? The magicians,
Right,
they don't do their trick twice. They only do it once, and
right,
never again
right,
twice. Because how you do it
that's right,
twice, you'll figure out
that's right.
how you do it. And I mean, for the most part, I guess Disney kind of goes in cycles. I don't know if you guys kind of noticed this, but Disney has a way of recycling itself. And let me kind of like explain like what I mean. So basically, like when you look at it, a while back they closed down It's a Small World, right? Because they said that they were going to be refreshing it and they were going to plus it, like Walt Disney used to say. How do we plus this attraction? How do we make it better? But they did little changes and they added like the Finding Nemo, they added Little Mermaid, they added
Right.
Woody, they added like the most current characters, but they made it they placed them seamlessly inside the attraction just to kind of give that attraction a little bit of a new feel, not the whole overall
Right.
experience, but just kind of something new to look at. Oh wow, look, there's Nemo. Oh wow, there's Ariel, Little Mermaid here. Oh wow, I love how they added Woody and Jesse into the mix and whatnot. So they did the same thing for Pirates of the Caribbean when they added Jack Sparrow. They closed it down for a while,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, boom! They added Jack Sparrow. All of a sudden, he's not popping out of barrels. He's chilling on his throne at the end, and he's kind of like in that town scene with when the mayor's getting drowned. With Linda Maria hanging out of the out of the church doors on the top. I'm saying no, senor, no. Like um, I think that's what they do. They take what they have, they refresh it,
Yes.
and then they start expanding. They did the same thing for Avengers Campus when they transformed the Tower of Terror into the attraction that it is now. I
Yeah.
can't think of the name off the top of my head because it's like
Guardians of the
complicated.
Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy, something escaped, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have all that they kind of mixed into the whole entire thing. That I think that's kind of what they're doing. And now, well, here's the cycle again. Here's the proof. They're kind of sparkling Toontown. They're
Yes.
redoing Splash Mountain into the whole Tiana thing. So I think they're kind of like in that cycle at the moment. It just happened to fall under D23. That's just my guess.
Yeah.
It just fell on under the wrong year
Yeah.
because of the pandemic. It must have been like a leap year. The pandemic closed everything out for an extra year. So we weren't supposed to have the refreshment year. We were supposed to have the hey, this is brand new at the Walt Disney Company in our theme parks, type
Right.
of panel. But it didn't work out that way. It just didn't
Right.
fall under that right calendar, and that's what ended up happening. I don't know.
Good
Just
point,
my
because
idea.
you're right.
Tell
I
me you're
mean,
saying
pretty
that like
much
it's not part.
Toontown is already a new land, kind of, since they're rebuilding it from the ground up. So they are working on stuff. It's just because it was already there, and we kind of heard of it, a while ago already. Now I think that's why we forget that that's a new project, and we want more and
Right.
more. The other thing what I
Sure.
keep saying is I think they're kind of limited to what they can do. Because my idea would be that my thought is that they kind of want to. They can't change too much at Disneyland because it's the original park. So you kind of gotta,
Right. Right.
some of those original attractions. You can maybe redeem them a little bit or something, but you're not gonna remove some of these classics, original rides to bring in something new. That's just my thought.
Right,
And there's
and it's
And
true
there's no
because like at Walt Disney World, they have
space.
an endless amount of land. You know, they
right,
got like 30 something square miles to work with. In Anaheim, you gotta tear down one of the parking structures or something to build a new ride or theme park or something, or
Yeah,
you gotta remove half of a tree and then half of another attraction. It's more
yeah,
complex. Disneyland, you know, I guess when Walt Disney saw Disneyland, he saw an open field, right? He saw orange groves and he saw a big old field. He never would have thought that in the next 50 years it would be miles and miles of densely compact city, hotels and hotels and hotels just on Harbor Boulevard itself, let alone everything around the convention center across the street, the
yeah.
parking structure, the huge freeway expansion on the 5 freeway, everything that just went down.
But
So
there's a huge
it's crazy. I mean, with
potential there.
everything that's going on, that basically Disneyland has very limited space to work on with everything that they have going on, and I don't know. It's just that, I think it's hard for the Imagineers to figure out what to do, and that's why I think they go and refresh these rides and these current attractions right now. Um, George and Jackie, like, do you guys agree, or do you think like it's a whole new like setup that they're trying to do, or they're just trying to like just kind of say, well, here you go, guys. Here's a shiny penny that we just kind of scrubbed a little bit, washed it for you, and polished it, and ta-da! Like, or is it just kind of like Disney, just like I said, kind of like doing like the whole recycle? I don't know. Like, your thoughts, guys. I mean,
Again, it goes back to we don't have space, you know.
yeah,
So they just got to work with what we have. Um, like, who would have thought we were gonna get Galaxy's Edge? We got
right.
lucky with that.
And you know what? Where did they put it? They put it in the backstage areas where
Yeah,
Disney used to store stuff, which is crazy.
and the new ride that they announced, they're putting it into the back lot again. It look,
Right,
but from what it looks like, based off
right,
the picture that we saw, I saw a picture today on Instagram, and it looks like they're already going into the back lot area again. So there's not much space, but people always want something new, something more. But it's hard to please everybody, honestly, unless
right.
they're like, oh, we want a new Tomorrowland. But if they do, then a huge chunk of Disneyland will be closed and it'll be too crowded. And
Right,
then if
right.
they refurb it and then people are not happy with it, they're just still gonna come. It's hard to please people in the end.
You're not gonna get everybody, bro, to be happy. And no, you're 100% right. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna be like, no, I love the way that Tomorrowland was. Why the hell are you changing it? Why the hell did you close it down? Why did you get rid of this? Why did you get rid of that?
Hmm.
It is, like I said, it's a business, and and if something doesn't work right or doesn't look right, they have more or less the right to do whatever they want. Obviously, they're going to piss off a lot of people, but it is what it is. Here's a really good one right here. We got Court of the Legend says, personally, I'd rather have them refurbish and breathe new life into the originals than replace things every few years. That's my nostalgia speaking. I mean, completely, like the nail on the head right there. Like, that's exactly what it is. It's them refurbishing and just kind of adding a little extra sparkle, and just after a while, the magic kind of wears off, right? Out of these attractions, just like anything else does, they just sprinkle a little bit of more fairy dust, add a little cool little surprises here and there, and there it is. Boom! You have yourself a new attraction. They just did it not too long ago to the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at
Yeah,
Disneyland. You
yeah,
added the
Yeah.
whole new projection, and it's a whole new ride, bro. Like, oh my god! Like, really? Like, they took Walt Disney's old school dark ride and made it into something super cool again. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Hmm.
let's see. We,
that
we,
was my
we, we
best
got some
friend's
more right here.
project.
We got some Park and Sip
Woo!
said, get rid of Interventions Building and Pizza Planet and come up with a fresh new attraction to spruce up Tomorrowland, or bring up back Rocket Rods. Wow.
Rocket
Wow.
Rod.
Okay. You know what?
Those were scary.
I'm not gonna lie. Interventions was cool. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a freaking nerd. I love going in there and
I like
playing with
it.
those things, looking at Tom Morrow singing "It's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow," and the whole thing rotates around, and and looking at what was that Osimo, the little robot, the
The
Toyota
robot.
robot or whatever, it was Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, I don't know, whatever he was, and it was cool, right? But Pizza Planet, not. Throw Little Caesars in there. Get some hot and readies and sell them for $20. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I think they would make more money that way, just having a Little Caesars. Do some hot and readies for like $20, and then it's like $18 if you're a Magic Key holder, and
There you go.
and bring back Honey I Shrunk the Audience or Captain EO, or do something completely different. At that theater, because I mean that theater was so cool when I first walked in there. Especially to the new theater in Tomorrowland. I never expected the whole entire theater to like shake and do that thing. When the baby was like walking around the theater and the stage and stuff. It was
Yeah.
freaking awesome. It was the coolest effects, and then the dog sneezes on you, and you get all kinds of like cool effects. That was
Mhm.
super awesome, and I know Disney could do more. They took away tough to be a bug, but I really liked it when the bugs crawled up your butt at the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? That was completely
I like that too.
completely unexpected, 100%. But I loved it. It was fun. It was like, oh god, like that just kind of like it made it just like I don't know. It was like an extra tip of magic, I guess, at the end of it, and it was so awesome. I freaking loved it. And then I know Disney can't come up with some more stuff. I know they're coming up with this Magic Fog stuff that they're working on. That'd be something to completely check out. Let's see what else. Let's see what else they're saying. Um, Look at this one right here. So we got Nico. I'm sorry, we got Godzilla versus Kong saying Captain EO. The Captain EO was pretty cool when they brought it back for at least for limited time. They should
I
bring that
like
back. That's awesome. Michael
Neo.
Jackson's always going to be number one. Uh, Definitely. Here's another one. Nico San Martel. We got Paula right here saying the Innovations Building was Carousel of Progress, and that was favorite as a child, of course. But even that at Walt Disney World, even I think that's currently leaving too. I think what they were saying. We got another one says we got Little Caesars for dinner tonight. Exactly. What do you think? You guys should go in there and be like, hey, Disney, you guys should talk to Disney. This would be great. You know what I'm saying? What else we got on here? Park and Sip says exactly, or make amends with McDonald's and put the fry shack back. I'd be happy with that too. I love it, guys. When we can get your hot warm McDonald's fries at the Frontier Cart or where the
Yes.
Pelicans Landing is. I remember
Yes.
that. And then at Disney's
Oh,
California Adventure, you can actually sit down and get yourself a $30 Big Mac meal. That was freaking awesome too. You know what I'm
that
saying? It
is
was right
true.
underneath the Goofy coaster. You sat down, you'd be like, "I want a number one," and then the cast member would look at you like, "Number one what? Number one." She's like, "Number one what?" No, we sell you the Big Mac or the burger and the fries and everything separate. I'm like,
All
okay,
separate.
well, let's do that.
Yeah.
Because they
It's
don't
where
work
the
off the value menus,
it's where the Paradise
unfortunately, at
Garden Grill
Disneyland.
is now. Yeah.
But definitely the fries. Oh my goodness. Uh, and yeah, so that would be so nice. Everybody they're kind of with the same idea. So not bad, guys. Not bad. Thank you guys for joining us so far, guys. If you are just joining us, we're doing a takeover today. We got ourselves JG Voyages in the house today, guys. Say hi,
Hello,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
hello,
yeah. And we
hello.
also have ourselves Celeste and Javier from Just a Guy and a Girl, guys. These guys are taking the day off from Disney right now. They're giving their shoes. They're cooling off their shoes. They've been walking a lot of miles. Those things are on fire. They got to change the threads pretty soon. They're not walking today, guys. They're sitting and chatting with us. Want to thank you guys so much for doing a YouTube takeover. I know everybody in their mama, is voicing their whole opinions about D23. I know a lot of people are pissed off, but we're trying to go a different route today and kind of look at the pros and laugh about the cons. You know what I'm saying? And trying to be positive about everything else and give everybody a different point of view about things. And we'll see how it goes, guys. But thank you so much for joining us today, guys. It's been a lot of fun so far. Going, keep the party going. If you haven't done so already, and subscribe button, guys. But make sure to follow these guys as well too. They have awesome channels. If you guys don't know about them, shame on you. Just a Guy and a Girl. Make sure to look for them on YouTube, and they have all kinds of social media channels. And JG Voyages, guys, make sure to subscribe to them on YouTube and, of course, on all their social media channels. These guys got awesome content. They're part of the Disney Fan Band. and of course we all help each other out. We all love each other, and we all pay the exact same Magic Key payments every month. So yeah.
I
So
know,
let's keep the
right?
party rocking, guys. Let's see what
I
else
love
we got
them.
on our agenda today. So at the Disney Park panel, they announced that the parade Magic Happens will be returning to the Disneyland Resort. Yay, guys! I am so happy about that. I am so excited about this parade coming up. If you guys don't know, I got a little bit of history for you guys.
Oh,
Just to let you know, the parade actually ran for only 16 days before the COVID shutdown. Can you believe that? How
So would
much?
you believe me or us if I told you that we've never seen it?
I never have either.
my,
Oh, okay, okay.
fine, guys.
So
You're fine.
I thought personally when they announced Magic Happens that it was a fireworks show, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I heard that it was a parade, and I was just like, oh, okay, was that?
Well, no. I mean, okay. So here's the backstory, right? So the pandemic's already kind of going off, and it's in China, and it started to come to the U.S. right about the time that the show was kind of going off, right? And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, boom, like the whole pandemic just starts going like crazy, right? Everybody started getting sick, and this and that. The hospitals start filling up, and then here's the whole thing. This thing ran for 16 days. If they had two performances a day, what's two times 16? I suck at math. Anybody?
32.
32, right?
32.
32
Yeah.
performances. So if you think about it, if they did it twice a day, 16 runs for 16 days, 32 performances. These guys came out, and that was it. And then they were out of a job, and then pretty soon all the cast members were out of a job, and that's crazy. And like basically the soundtrack was awesome because they had a little bit of Moana, they had a little bit of Coco in there. It kind of gave like the whole Disney vibe a whole like the whole parade a whole new vibe or whatever because like the soundtrack was a little different. It was catchy. It was something to dance to. This is the kind of Disney that I'm talking about. This is the kind of Disney that makes you happy. That makes you want to like listen to the soundtrack at home while you're chilling or kicking back or you got your Disney withdrawals and you just want to listen to something Disney. This is it right here. And I'm so happy that they're bringing it back. Did you guys ever see it as Javier and Celeste? Did you guys see it live at the park?
So
We did. We
Love your
did.
hat, by the way.
Well, and look, I got like something to hang here. Well, because Parkinson said that we looked weird. He's like, "What's going on here?" Like Celeste has no ears on. Javier doesn't have a hat on. He's like, "Who are these people?" So I put ears
the
on,
world is back in
and
order.
then your friend said,
Just whatever I feel.
Oh, you guys look amazing.
I know my mind has a tag. And I'm like, what is going on with this? I'm gonna like throw it back in like a scarf. But we did. We
Did we see it?
We did. That's what we saw with Louis. That was
Oh,
like
the one time.
So we went to Food and Wine Festival. When we got our passes in December. We went to Food and Wine Festival in March, I believe. Yeah, because it's a shutdown the next week. I think like the first week in March we went to Food and Wine Festival, and we went across the way to go see the parade. We sat up there where we normally do, up by the train station, that little square section, and we got. Thank God we actually got to see Magic Happens.
I honestly don't remember it though.
And you would remember
Or
if you
maybe
saw
I
it.
saw
It never had the Moana and it had the big dad. There was like a big.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was Magic Happens. Okay, so we did see that parade. So we were blessed to be one of the very few amount of people who were able to see it. And you guys, it's amazing. It's like no parade that I've ever seen before. It definitely is magic all the way, guys. It's so good.
Oh my goodness. You guys want to hear something sad? We actually had reservations. No, it wasn't even reservations. It was one of those things where we're like, we're gonna go, guys, in April. I think we had it on April 1st on our daughter's birthday, and we were gonna take her for the first time, and we kept watching it on TV because they kept showing it. We're like, we're gonna go see it. And what, like 10, 15 days, I think, before her birthday, they shut it down, the whole parks and everything. And then, when everything reopened up again, we're like, okay, so when are they going to announce it's coming back? And it never did. And then we got a really important nighttime spectacular, announcement for you guys. The Main Street, Electrical Parade is coming back. Yeah, that wasn't it. Okay, what else? Fantasmic is coming back. No, that's not it. All right, well, Fuller Color. No, no, no. That was it. like, like, no, we didn't get to see it. But and our little one, she just goes ape. Like she just goes ape wild. She loves these kinds of attractions. She loves seeing her favorite characters. Um, it's just an amazing thing, to watch those things. But look at that, you got some fans. It's, oh my God, Javier's new look. Thanks. There you go. Very, very merry on birthday, right? And then JG Voyages, obviously, guys. You guys can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to actually, feel that whole entire Disney magic again. And they said it was going to be like in January, late January. So I'm guessing after the whole Christmas overlay is done and over with, and it's all done. Hopefully, it should be coming back on there or whatever, back online, along with the other stuff that they got planned going on. It's Darth Avenger saying, "Hey everyone, how we doing today? Hey,
What's
thank you
up,
for joining us, brother.
brother?
Thank you for joining us, guys. We appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. That'll help our channel and that'll help out our live feed and our live stream today, guys. We got a lot of stuff still we got to talk about. Holy moly. What else do we got going on today? Let's see what else. What else did they announce at D23? Oh, that's right. New fireworks show.
Fireworks.
New fireworks show.
New fireworks show. So, you know, for a while, Disney was going with the little routine, right? I don't know if you guys remember this or you guys can maybe like follow, but they were going with like their fireworks show had like one word to them, right? I don't know if you guys remember this. I'll give you an example. Believe,
Believe.
Magic in the Stars, right? And then it was like remember, dreams come true, right? And all that, like they all had like all these crazy names like that, right?
Mhm.
And the same thing for Christmas, Christmas dreams or wishes, whatever. Now it's like wondrous journey. Okay, like that doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. And then when I heard the song that they actually played the actual theme song or the overlay song,
I do not like
D23,
it.
I wasn't feeling it. I don't know, like what about you, Celeste? And I don't know if you JG, if you guys saw it or heard it. What do you guys
It's
think? What's the thought? What's the feelings there?
I was so excited when I first heard. I was like, "Oh my God, we're getting new fireworks! This is so cool!" And then they're like, "Okay, we're gonna bring out the people." They sang the song, they did the performance, and I was like, "Oh, me." Um, I was like,
That,
"What?"
that
It's
was my
like,
exact same reaction.
you know what? The best way to say is that it sounded like some old '60s folk song. Like it was very weird. Like it wasn't. It had nothing that you could like. It didn't even have like a tune, like a rhythm, like nothing that I can sing to. And I know y'all
Yeah.
love to sing. I'm just kidding. No, but very, very, very underwhelming, guys. I really did. I did not care for the song at all. I'm hoping that it's gonna grow with me when I see the fireworks together
Maybe.
with it. But it's funny how when you listen to a song and you watch the fireworks, everything's in sync. So I tried to imagine what it was like, picturing like fireworks blowing as people were singing, and I'm just like, I don't see it happening. Like it was just kind of like, again, me. So we'll see. I'm hoping that it's gonna be better once it comes all together. But as far as the song alone goes, there was nothing magical or special about it. At least in my opinion.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember this, but you guys remember Light Magic, the parade? I think it was like back in early 2000s. It was called Light Magic.
Which one was that one? Was that the one with the fiber optics?
Yes, it was the
Yeah.
one where the parade, like it just went all the way to Main Street and it stopped at Main Street, and then it like parked, and then the whole performance happened on Main Street, and then
It was
all the elves and all that got back into the float and then took off, and that was it. Like if you
that was
missed it on Main Street, you missed it.
that
You
was
remember
right
that? It was like
after.
back in
Yes,
2000, I think.
it was right after they got rid of the electrical parade initially. I think
Yes,
they had brought in this
that
new
was supposed to
parade
be like
that was
we have something
right,
bigger and
mind
better for you.
blowing, and yeah, it was all fiber optics, and it was terrible. But it was like that. They stopped, they did like a performance, and then they moved on. Like, yeah, it was weird. Yeah,
Exact same music, exact same Celtic vibe,
I,
and all
yes,
that. And I'm like, well, if Disney got it wrong the first time, and they knew that it was basically, if you go on YouTube or if you go on any vlog, they'll say that was Disney's biggest parade failure
I
or
agree.
failed parade, and all that. And I'm like thinking, well, I could probably name another one for you, but yeah, okay, that was pretty up there. And I remember seeing that when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young chicken, but I still remember, Disney. Like I'm a Disney historian. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember all these things. And when I first heard the song, I'm thinking it's gonna be like Happily Ever After. It's gonna be one of those songs that you're gonna like be whistling in the shower. You're gonna take home with you. Y todo, like a Ramon Ayala song. You just want to sing it whenever. When you get those feels. And nada. And I was just like, okay, what's this? It just, nah. Like, like, what movie is this from, or where the hell did this come from? And then I'm looking at the artwork. Here's the artwork. Here's the artwork, by the way, that they presented. Now, one thing, guys, I will explain to you that I thought was kind of weird. Typically at Disney, when they have somebody explaining or when they're talking about the new fireworks show that they have or the new type of spectacular, don't they have some Disney Imagineer guy or some guy that's like the head director of nighttime spectaculars at the resort or something come out and he says, okay, guys, so the fireworks starts with a beautiful shooting star, and then you hear this and you hear that, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, rockets here, rockets there, and like, isn't there a guy that does that? Like, wasn't he known for that?
Maybe he had COVID. He couldn't make it. I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely not there.
Okay, well.
He definitely was not there,
Yeah.
that guy. No.
Like I said, they picked the wrong year to do D23 if that's what went down. For reals. Holy cow. But no, like, seriously, if you guys look back at all the Disney announcements, because I think they used to do them, I don't know if they were at D23, but they were like at at the Harperian Theater at Disney's California Adventure, when they used to announce like the nighttime spectaculars that are upcoming or the new announcements of the new parades and stuff. And they used to have this guy that was known for it, like he's a Disney Imagineer or something. And he used to do that all the time. He used to like sit there and like pretty much you could just close your eyes and visualize what he was talking about because he was doing it with his hands. He was doing like all these like gestures or whatever to kind of make you like figure out what the fireworks show was going to look like, and you got all excited about it. And then all of a sudden, and then it's like, oh yeah, so we got a new fireworks show coming up, yeah, Disneyland Park in late January.
No.
Okay, so moving on. Like okay, like so what? What else? Like it's gonna be filled with magic and surprises around the corner. I'm like, okay. Well, doesn't everything pretty much? Like even the pricing has magic and surprises around the corner, but like whatever. I don't know. Well, JG, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think it's gonna be a flop, or you think it's gonna be a thumbs up?
So Henry and Isabel, they texted me and they were like telling me what was being announced, and I had just woke up, so I went on Twitter real quick and I saw. All I saw was like the music and the performance. I was like, "Oh, new music," but I didn't feel any sort of attachment to it or some type of way for it. I didn't feel any type of emotion. I was just like, "Eh," and I'm just like, "What if we're just missing the fireworks? What if that's the reason I'm not feeling some type of emotion toward it?" So, for Disney's sake, and as a Disney fan, I'm hoping it does well, and it's not let's watch it the first day and camp out for hours to watch it,
Right.
so that way we can enjoy and not like it's a one and done. Like
Right.
I'm not gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it does well. If not, it's just gonna be a huge disappointment because,
Yeah.
I thought they were just introducing like a new band for like the Disney Channel or something. If I would have been scrolling through the channels and just saw them performing it, I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, from the Disney Channel, like or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. And Celeste, she said the same thing too. She was just like, it just kind of didn't like touch her like in the way that a Disney fireworks soundtrack should.
But I got a question. Is that going to be like the finale? Is there other stuff to it? Because it's not like a 15-minute song, and their shows are usually about 50 minutes. So what else is happening during that time?
I just want to make
They said that they were gonna showcase 60 Disney characters. So basically, I'm thinking it's the 60 characters within or the 60 franchises from Disney characters or Disney Enterprise movies from the time that the Disney company started all the way until the 100-year mark.
So maybe like now, so maybe like they have the main song kind of towards the end, and then they kind of go into like Step in Time,
Right.
maybe
Yeah,
something like that, and then maybe that's gonna be like the last song or the beginning song or beginning and end song, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because I doubt that they're going
that's
to
usually how
be
they do it. They have that theme song start, and that kind of lays like the outline of like the whole show, and then they usually play something from their movie catalog, right? They'll play like the Little Mermaid song. They'll play like "When You Wish Upon a Star," "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes," those kind of things. And then they kind of make it look goofy and wacky. And then they'll kind of have like some Mary Poppins like stuff like you were saying. Then they'll throw in like a little 30-second hints of that theme song again, and then they'll bring back again more storytelling of like the Disney like movies, and then at the end, that's when they do, I guess, like the grand crescendo of like the song or whatever. You have the theme
right.
song of whatever's supposed to be, and that's usually how it finishes. Now, from the Disney catalog, I thought they were going to go more classical. I thought they were going to go like, like a 120-piece orchestra band recorded at the Abbey Studios in London, to make it all like sentimental and magical and just like, oh my God, you know? And then they decided to go Irish.
Yeah,
Very
I
sure.
mean, yeah, I mean the song matches the years, the 100th anniversary platinum years they came out with. Ugly.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Let's see here. We got Disney Nessa right here. Here, we got some chat. What do you guys think? Also, guys, make sure to comment on the chat. We definitely like to know what you guys think. We got, let's see, it's Disney Nessa saying, I think it's going to be sentimental, magical show. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hopefully, I mean,
Let's see what else we got on here.
the build up.
Let's see. We got another one. We got Park and Sip saying, that's what I'm talking about. Bring back the Cheetah Girls to the music. Woohoo! There we go. Randall definitely love to see. What is it? Part of High School Musical. She loves Zac Efron for sure. What else we got on here? We got Paul. We got Alejandro. Alejandro, hello. How we doing today, Alejandro? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. There you go. We got another vote for the Cheetah Girls right here. Bam. We got Court the Legend. She says she loves the Cheetah Girls. Cheetah Girls it is. And then yes, and then of course Miranda. Here you go. See, look, what did I tell you? Right on cue. Yes, High School Musical. Bam. Told you. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like, if you know what, if Disney can make it work, if Disney can make maybe the song a little bit more orchestra, I guess, in that same theming and the same way that they used it, then I guess they'll make it work and it makes it like pretty cool. And maybe if they use like a female voice, because I think when they use a female voice for the fireworks show soundtracks, it has a really good feeling to it. So I kind of like that a lot. So we'll see what happens. Disney Nessa says, I think we're all used to the hype, so that's why we may have mixed feels about it. That's true too as well. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's supposed to debut sometime a little bit after all the Christmas overlay stuff is done and over with. So we'll definitely see what happens, and we'll definitely see how that show plays out and see what everybody thinks. But as we move on, the World of Color at Disney's California Adventure is getting a whole new change. OMG, I cannot wait for that one, guys. This one has been years in the making. I've been waiting for this. And the cool thing is that I really like about it is that they're incorporating their new Disney movies. They got a little bit of Mulan. I see the Lion King on there. Hopefully not the sad parts of the Lion King. They got Encanto. They got Coco. They got Moana. And they got I can't see the other one. It's covered up by the artwork. I don't know what that. I forget what that other one is.
Soul.
From Soul. There you go. I can't see it. Oh my goodness, man! You
Oh
got better
yeah,
eyes than I do.
so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad they're gonna throw that in there. And I hope they come up with a whole new like setup and a whole new like arrangement, because obviously if you love World of Color now, you're definitely gonna love it. Especially with the new songs and all that, and especially the show. The show's just magical. No matter how you do it, you can play a rap song from Drake, to the water show and it'll still look cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to mess it up. So, adding these favorite songs that everybody loves, especially like we don't talk about Bruno and adding all these cool like effects that they have and all that stuff. I mean, it's gonna be just crazy. JG, throw it up, spit it up. What do you think, bro? What do you think? What do you think?
As long as they don't get rid of the Little Mermaid, I'm fine.
There you go.
Just saying.
That's how you, Little Mermaid, right?
Yeah, I love the Little Mermaid. So if they keep it there, I'll be happy.
All right, no. Okay, so now speaking of the Mermaid, side note, are you gonna go watch the live action movie?
Yes. Yes.
You will.
Yes.
100%.
I'm forced to. So,
Politics
yes, I'll be
and
there too.
everything else to the side. I just want to see you because I love the Little Mermaid, right?
Yes.
All right. I don't know. What do you think, Celeste? What do you think about the new the new Little Mermaid? You know how everybody's talking about it. It's controversial. It's a movie. Chill
I love
out. Like
I love
everybody.
controversy.
Of course you do.
Give us something to talk about, right? To get something to people to talk about. I mean, honestly, like nobody's ever gonna like anything. Everybody always likes the original of everything. Times are changing. People change. You have to roll with the culture, the times, the audience of who's gonna watch it now, or where it's geared to. If it's geared to maybe not so much little kids, they can see the cartoons. If it's going to be something geared more towards a training, a coming of age type thing, or you're young adult, you have to make movies for every age, every audience. It's just going to be depending on, I mean, whether you choose to let your kids see it or not. You don't want to see it, don't go see it. But don't shame anybody who does want to go see it. Everybody has their own opinion.
Right, and you got plenty of people agreeing with you. You got Disney Nessa right here agreeing with you. She says, she agrees, and then you got Ru Gary right here, 100% agree with you, Celeste. No, I completely agree. It's a movie. Chill out.
Yeah.
It's just like I said. If you don't like Disney, then don't go and buy it. Don't buy the stream.
Exactly.
Don't buy Disney Plus. Don't go to the parks. You know what I'm saying? And you'll go to Little Caesars and buy, a hot and ready because it's going to be Disneyland pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay away from it. Be chill and be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't like it, just don't watch it. Who cares?
Exactly.
But the new Pinocchio movie, I freaking loved it. I don't know about you guys. I freaking loved it. I cried.
We haven't seen it yet. We've been trying to see it, but
with everything that's gone on this whole week since it started, it's been a bit crazy. But it's definitely on our agenda to watch. Hopefully by the end of the week.
You definitely got to watch it. Tom Hanks did a marvelous job. The CGI, the music is on point. Pinocchio is just a great movie to begin with. Now that the added like the legendary Tom Hanks to it, was dude. Miranda's all look at this. Miranda's all Javier with the ear change, bro. You're like Lady Gaga, bro. Like finish up 2 songs and you get off the
change. What is going on here?
Gotta keep it fresh.
I love it, bro. I love it. I love it. We should start a poll.
I don't know how women do this all the time.
We should start a poll. Like, what hat setup is he gonna wear this week? But for those guys, I mean, if you guys definitely have a chance, please check it out. It's gonna be the new the new setup that they have for Pinocchio is outstanding. Tom Hanks did a great job.
I heard they did a really good. I heard they did a really good job with this live action film because I heard that they really stayed true to the actual the original and the story. So which makes me happy first off hearing that. So I'm really, really excited to see that. They said Disney really did well with this movie by keeping it OG, just treated into live action film. So I'm super excited to see it now that I've heard that. I'm always afraid to watch live action because they're going to change something. Of course, I always end up loving it, but still, it's kind of like that. Oh no, you get kind of scared type thing. So I'm really happy and excited to see this movie.
No, yeah, most definitely, they stayed very true to it, and I'm glad they did because obviously it just did the whole storyline and all the acting and everything. It all just worked. It all worked perfectly. Like Tom Hanks, that guy just blows it out of the water no matter what he does. So, but it was fantastic. It was really great. So definitely recommend that. As far as for everything else coming in, they also announced that D23 Oh, you guys are gonna have to help me out with this one because I suck at saying this. So it's the new, what is it? The King Thanos. They basically said that Disney Imagineering is working on a new attraction for Disney's California Adventures Campus, and they didn't tell us what kind of ride it is. They didn't say it was going to be one of those like motion sensory based ones. If it was like a roller coaster, or something completely different, or something similar to like maybe the um I don't know, like a dark ride. Nothing yet. What do you guys think about the whole entire new attraction? And like you said, they have very limited space. You called it, George, like straight up. Like their space is very limited. So I'm very very curious to see what they're gonna do to that little space, and what they're gonna make out of that.
Well, for me, one of the things is it's supposed to go where the Avengers the building is right now. Is that the ride that they plan on putting it there? Because my
They,
understanding was from
they
what I
never
had
said
heard
anything.
that whatever was supposed to go in there was supposed to kind of be a same thing trackless, kind of like a Rise, from what I
Oh,
had
okay.
heard before. But I don't know if this is where this ride is meant to go or if it's going to be somewhere else. I'm not sure, so I'm curious about that.
My thought would have been is that if that's the whole building that we're looking at, then that's probably like the queue line, like the whole wait area or whatever. It's kind
Right.
of one of those things. And then whatever the whole show building or the whole entire ride is gonna take place where the old Mickey, what is it, the Lion King tram used to be at. Remember how the route used to go that way? I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
remember that. Like maybe like what 3 years ago, they used to be able to park in the right behind Disney's California Adventure, right behind Cars Land, and then they took that parking lot out, and then they moved everybody all the way behind the Paradise Pier Hotel as far as like parking. So now the whole area is being used, but it's not
yes.
being used for anything. It's just kind of vacant. So I'm thinking is that they did that they removed that area. They're clearing it out. They're gonna remove the pavement and the road that leads to the Mickey, or no, I'm sorry, the Lion King area, and create that, make that part of the queue line, the right area, and everything backstage. That's my guess. I don't know.
I
What do you think, George? Look at like George right now. He's thinking hard right now. Like he's like, man, this is gonna be a tough project. Uh,
Okay. Um, I don't know. Celeste was talking, so
go ahead, George. I'll go. I'll come in after you.
okay. Um, so where the MCU stands right now, obviously they're in the multiverse saga. Um, so that's they. I think they said somewhere along the lines of you're gonna see new characters that you haven't seen before. Based off the poster, you see Werewolf by Night, the new Halloween, like the show that's coming out. So apparently he's gonna be part of the whole MCU. I don't know where he fits in, um, but there was there was two Spider-Man, obviously like the original one, and then I believe a Spider-Man from freshman year, from what I believe. Um, but we're gonna be involved in this whole multiverse type of thing. That's why Thanos looks totally different right now. He looks like
Grandpa.
yeah, un viejito. So I'm thinking this is a different Thanos from a different multiverse. That's why he has the spikes on him. That hence the King Thanos. Um, so I'm excited. Um, I think it's kind of going to be similar to Cosmic Rewind in Orlando, but only time will tell.
you know what though? That'd actually be cool if they did something similar to that, like a Cosmic Rewind, because that ride looks
Yeah,
like fun. It's like this like cool cars that it goes on a roller coaster track, and then I guess it has like an omnidirectional movement, which is something that was
yeah,
pretty cool. And then it kind of has like the whole like Space Mountain Ghost, what is it, Ghost Galaxy kind of vibe to it. So I don't know.
yeah.
I think that might be cool if they could pull that off, especially in that small space that they have. Um, Dude, but you're like a freaking pro at this Marvel, bro. You like, hold on, let me write this down, dude, because this is some good
Oh,
notes, bro. Like you mapped it all out for me, bro. Like I don't even have to watch like half the series anymore. You already called it out, dude. Like, no, seriously, that's awesome, dude. And I just hope that they bring it. Like, because after Rise of the Resistance, bro, if you're gonna bring an attraction like an Adventures Campus type of attraction, it better match or be better than Rise of the Resistance. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And that's all
I
I gotta
agree.
say, because then you're gonna have a million Disney fans right there, bro, throwing their 2 cents into the bucket.
Hmm.
Straight up, they're going to give their opinion, but I hope Disney's like working really, long and hard and figuring out like new tricks and new processes and stuff like that. But that'd be awesome to see all that come to true, and then see how the whole entire Marvel universe just comes together. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Into one whole big adventure. So we'll see. Wow. Well, speaking about adventures, the other changes at the resort that they were talking about, dun, 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 and we were talking about this earlier, the Splash Mountain retheme to the whole Tiana, was it Bayou Adventure, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you know what, Celeste? I'm sorry. Did you have something to add to the
No, 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 no.
Adventures Campus? I'm sorry, I skipped you.
No, no, no. No, we're good. We're good. Let's talk about this.
I'm sorry about that. Do you know how hard it is to do the whole live stream here? It's like all technical. Like you got all kinds of moving parts, dingling lights, and all kinds of little chingaderos happening here and there. I'm like, wow,
That's
it's
why we
crazy.
nominated you to do it.
That's why, yeah, that's why I work at the Geek Squad over the troubleshooting. But no, I personally love this whole new setup. To be honest with you guys, here, let me actually enlarge it so all of our audience can see what the new setup is going to look like. But this is the new setup at this is what Disneyland actually is going to convert Splash Mountain into. It looks almost the same, except you would notice that Disneyland kind of added a lot more foliage, a lot more green trees, green bushes. The water tower is brand new that they're going to add. Now at nighttime, I wish I had the video for it. I tried looking for it, but I couldn't find a good working copy of it. But the nighttime is going to look spectacular. It has like this purple, bluish, kind of like vibey bayou kind of look to it. It looks so cool on video. I could just imagine Javier and Celeste when you guys were looking at it, live right there at the exhibit at D23. Can you give us a little bit of insight as to what you guys saw that we can't really see or spot from this picture?
Yeah. So in this picture, they are also coming up with some new type of concept, but a lot of the stuff is going to be stuff that Disney has never done before, using a lot of mist stuff for the projections, for the lighting, all this new high tech stuff that's coming out, which sounds like really awesome. At nighttime, you got things changing from like purples to blues. I mean, the colors look just amazing. The story is actually going to pick up where Princess and the Frog leaves off. So basically, everything that happens after that. So you won't see any of what you've seen probably in the movie. It's all going to be what happens after. And I think it's awesome because as they were talking about it, especially having a daughter, and for all of you that have little girls, I mean, how inspiring and aspiring does this ride go for little girls? Aspiring to be dream something big, what they're going to be, and when they get older, and going for your goals, and so that's what this whole ride is about. It's about girls, it's about power, it's about intervention, it's about imagination, it's about going for your goals, it's about dreaming, making your dreams come true. And I'm excited just about the whole theme that they're doing for this ride. And again, having a daughter, I'm just so excited that they made a ride like this, I think geared towards women in general, and women in power, and women coming up in the world. And it's amazing. I'm super excited for this land. I'm super excited for the ride and the way they decided to go with this. So I'm very, very excited. But the model though is amazing, guys. I mean, and what they showed us, in the video. I mean, like you said, you can't get a good video of it, but I mean, the lighting, it's just going to be magical, I think. Yeah.
Celeste, if this whole YouTube thing doesn't work out for you, you got a great job at Disney Imagineering. You know that? See,
my daughter.
you should have
That's
me
what she
set up
wants
the
to do.
panels.
My
You should have
daughter,
me
that's
the
what she wants to do.
Hi guys, I'm Celeste. I'm a part of having fun Imagineering, and
Promotions.
I'm going to tell you how much fun this is.
I'm a good promotion person.
She could have sold that fireworks show.
Yes, yes. You know, I don't like the music, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
You're like, just forget the music. This was
Yeah.
gonna
Just
be
forget the
great to
music.
watch from Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
We're gonna get booms are gonna get louder. They're gonna get closer. They're gonna get
Yeah.
bigger. No, seriously, Celeste, that is the best explanation I've ever heard of anybody talk about any Disney attraction without them actually working for the company. Like seriously, holy moly,
Yeah.
wow.
It
Would you
got me
agree?
here.
Or
It got me
Jackie, would
here
you guys
this year.
agree?
I'm sorry.
Like no, I'm saying, like JG Voyages, would you guys agree? Like that was like the best explanation of what it is. Like I don't even need to like talk about it anymore because I already found out what the hell they're doing. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like you
she covered
you
all
gave
the
us
bases.
the geez, where the heck were you at when Josh Amaro was on stage? My
I
goodness.
know. I was in the back like this, trying to feel.
He's like, I got a question, me. No, that was fantastic. Holy moly,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, like I just can't wait. They haven't given us an opening date yet, but they said in late 2024.
Late 2024. Yes.
So I'm guessing probably like in the spring or maybe in the summer. Probably the summer.
Hopefully,
Uh, I would hope summer because you're gonna want to ride it when it's hot, but late 2024 kind of makes me wonder that maybe
Towards the
just
end
in
of the
time,
year.
time to the end of the year. But I mean, if people
Right.
get on the ride, people are gonna get on it regardless because it's gonna be a new ride. So I don't think there's gonna be nobody not wanting to ride it even in 50 degrees, 60-degree December weather.
Oh no, dude. We'll do it when it's cold. Who cares? You know, and we'll wait in line too for 5 hours. No, you know, it's
Right?
all good. You know, look at this. Roger says that 21. He says that was more information than we got at D23. I'm telling you, boom. I'm telling
You're welcome,
you, he
Henry.
could charge people for this. Like he could charge like private seminars.
Right? Come to me for more info. Come to me for more tips. Okay.
That was fantastic. Now, here's the one that really caught my attention. That really kind of struck me as like, oh wow, this came out of nowhere. The San Francisco. Now, if you guys have ever watched Big Hero 6, this is where the whole entire story takes place. Now, this is what we're looking at is Disney's California Adventures Pacific Wharf area, basically the big old food court, cafeteria, dining area that we're looking at. So now they're going to theme it to the Big Hero 6, look that they have. Um, they didn't really talk about. See, that's the thing. They didn't really talk anything about like, okay, so what's changing the food menus? Um, are they like is everything going Asian there? Like, or is it going to be like one of those like Japanese infusion, kind of spots?
I don't
What
know.
is it exactly that we're doing there? Like, I don't know. Like, somebody please help me. Anybody? Does anybody know exactly anything? You know what? Hold on. My brother George right here. He looked like he got a lot to say, bro. Spit it out. Spit it out, son. Come on now.
So everyone's obviously in love with the quesadilla tacos at the, I forgot what it's called, the cocina.
Yes.
So as soon as this news came out, the only thing that what came to my mind was, are they closing down? Are we losing the quesadilla tacos? But then I kind of thought about it. If they do, what if they move the food over to Paradise Garden Grill, since that area, like right now, it's the the Coco
De la
theme, you
familia.
know? Yeah.
It's like
What
Coco
if they move
Latin.
the Yeah, what if they move that stuff over there because it seems more fitting there?
You know what, dude? Like, this is
It
like
would make
seriously.
sense.
When is Disney joining us on this chat? Because this is not even a live stream. This is like a business meeting right here. Seriously, this is the kind of meetings that they should be having right here. Like we just reorganized like half the park right here. Like we got half of D23 for next. We already got content for next year for them already.
I mean,
Holy cow!
it would make sense to move, even if you don't move the entire, restaurant. At least move the food portions over there, the food options, and then they can use that for something else. Because again, they're supposed to have shops as well. I don't know where they're going to put that.
Right.
Right.
What
They're
might
gonna
be
make
removed?
stores.
They can't get rid of the bakery. They can't get rid of Ghirardelli because
I was gonna say where's really gonna go?
those are San Francisco, icons that you can't
Right.
get rid of. So the only thing would be the Mexican restaurant and revamp what is it, Lucky Fortune or what is
Like
it?
fortune, yeah. So
Lucky Fortune
it's supposed to
Cookie
be,
something.
it's supposed to be restaurants and stores, which currently we don't have any stores in that section right now. So that would be something cool. Plus, they got to put a space now for Baymax. So I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of there's gonna be a lot of reimagination going into that, but definitely it's gonna be interesting to see. Again, yes, where they main importantly where they put the media tacos, but but guys, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Merch Queen's here. I heard stores were going up and down. So I'm like, stores, food. I'm like, yes,
Look at the comments. Look at the comments. Look at this.
come on,
Look at
guys,
this.
yes,
I'm telling you, for reals. I was just thinking that
right,
you're all more on the organization than Disney. I'm
that's
telling you
right.
guys. No, like seriously, no. George and Celeste and Javier, all you guys are 100% correct. Um, that is a smart move. That should be the move because obviously, like you said, everything's going in Canto and Coco and kind of like the whole
Yes,
Latin Pixar IP, intellectual property over on that side, with
right.
the Plaza de la Familia is going, and then if they want to make that into the wharf area, because that makes sense because the wharf is in Chinatown, San Francisco. Okay, great. And you know what? I've noticed too that the whole entire Disney enterprise, like the whole entire Disney resort, there's only one truly dedicated Asian restaurant, which I'm
Yes,
surprised. Have you noticed that?
yes.
As many Asian guests as we
Well,
have, showing
now,
up to the parks, like I just
now
thought that was
that
kind of weird.
uh,
Go ahead, Javier. I'm sorry.
now that addition, I'm sorry, you'll probably touch on it, but the addition of the Chinese restaurant to downtown Disney.
Oh, the
I
type
forgot.
Din Tai Fung.
Yeah,
Din Tai
Yeah, Din
Fung.
Tai Fung. Yeah, Din Tai
Yes.
Fung. Now, I got some.
Oh, wrong.
Well, actually, I
Wrong
got some
too.
stories for Din Tai Fung to tell you guys about because me and Miranda we've been out there.
Yes.
But also, Portos is coming. Now,
Yes.
two different restaurants. Din Tai
Yes.
Fung is actually a Michelin award-winning dim sum restaurant that's like super high end. There's one in Costa Mesa, so it's pretty close to you guys. Definitely go check it out if you guys can. Good luck on getting a reservation. It's harder to get in there than it is at Club 33. I swear to God. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Like, yeah, for no joke. Like, if you're gonna be on the standby line, you're literally gonna wait for like 4 or 5 hours if your phone doesn't die before they send you that text that you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then Portos. If you guys been to Portos, I'm pretty sure there's one right there by Knott's Berry Farm. Amazing,
Yes.
amazing Cuban infused like
Yes.
desserts, bakery, food.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I was just mentioning my only concern with it is that I hope it doesn't raise the price because it's going to be in downtown Disney.
The
Ladies
Portos.
and gentlemen in the chat, please let us know what you think. Are they going to raise the prices to this? Yes or no? Hold
Because
on, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll.
that's one of the cool things about it is that you go and you buy so much stuff because everything is cheap. You're like, oh, give me 2 of these. I'll take 2 of that. And so I'm hoping that the prices at least, obviously it might go up, but that at least it's reasonable and it's not like crazy expensive. Like she pointed out, Sprinkles is expensive, but Sprinkles is expensive outside of downtown Disney too. So they're about the same price as if you were going to go to another Sprinkle. So hopefully Portos at least keeps their prices.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna ask the community: are the prices going up at downtown Disney more than the outside shops? Than the outside shops? I mean, like if the business was somewhere else. So hold on, I'm gonna set this up real quick. Boom, there it is. I just set it up right there in the chat. We'll see what everybody says. Make sure you guys hit us up. All right, so here we go. It's moving. It's moving.
I hope no.
Yes, 50% says yes. This is cool.
I would honestly, I would hope not. So Portos is a family run, made business. I would hope that living by the Portos standard, that they would have made some. I mean, yes, I mean anybody would probably want to get into downtown Disney. That's such a given. But I would hope that they would have been pretty strong with their negotiations to be like, we would love to go into Disney, but we want to keep our same family traditions, our same family base. I mean, eventually things are going to go up, and things I'm sure have probably gone up a little bit out in the outside portal just because of the economy now, but not to like double, price everything. So I'm hoping they would come and still with the family standard because it's a family owned business, to still come in with this negotiation with Disney and be like, we would love to be in your company, at Downtown Disney. We would love to make this partnership with you. We don't really, we want to stay by our family standards and keep our same pricing across the board in all of our restaurants. And because it would make sense. It would be smart, and it's portals. People are going to love it. Disney's not going to lose any money
Right.
from them still selling $3 potato balls.
They're gonna have a line from start to finish.
The line,
Yes.
They're gonna have a
Yes.
line.
Yes,
Yeah,
Disney's
without a
definitely
doubt.
for money. Disney should not have to worry about them getting money for keeping their prices the same. I would
But-
really hope that they wouldn't.
But I think a lot of times it's, I don't know, once you see that opportunity as a business, you're like, oh, I could raise it up. Look at the McDonald's across the street. Their prices are higher. They don't accept any of their deals, that they have on their app, because they
Yeah.
know they can get the money.
They can get the extra dollar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, too. I'm guessing, real estate and rent for a Disney, space, whatever in downtown Disney. I'm pretty sure it's higher than it would be at your mall, at your average mall or shopping center or something like that. It's going to be 3 or 4 times because obviously the foot traffic is going to be there. The business is going to be guaranteed that's there. So, but you know what? These places are already in prime real estate locations anyway, already with the pricing that they have. So who
Right.
knows? It might just be almost the same. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Right. We'll see. We'll find
you
out.
never know. Yeah, I guess we'll find out, but for sure, they should do a virtual queue for Dinte Fong. Like you have to be like in downtown Disney. You know how they have that geofencing thing. We have to be like inside of the park or whatever to like get into the virtual queue to see if you can get like in line to get some food or something. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool. That
Yeah.
actually will make it a little
Do
bit
it
more
6
fair than what
a.m.
it is now. The what? Yeah, you have to be like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Like
Reservation,
yeah.
Yeah,
boarding pass.
sure
Boarding
enough. So we do have the results of the poll, and it says right here that 62% say yes, the prices will go up. 62%, not bad. Not bad. And 37% said no. So I guess like I don't know, to our analyst Celeste here, she says that they might just kind of stay the same, and maybe Javier says that it's 50-50. So JG, what do you guys think? JG's all, I just want my discount to work.
For me, if you're thinking about business type, I think Disney will tell Portos, hey, if your people actually like buying your breads and stuff, then that's why we have the Disney Key discount. So we're gonna raise it up $1, $2 here. That way it supports Disney and it supports Porto. So it's gonna have
Right.
to go even on that. That
Right.
way Porto gets money and obviously does not raise the prices because we use the discount.
Right.
And then it helps Disney with people that don't have the keys will spend a little bit more money just for Porto. So it's like a win-win for them in that sense.
True. And you know what? And it's perfect too for people that are not non-resort, or vacationers. It's a perfect, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, date night, spot. It's perfect for people that are in the Anaheim area that want to even try out something like that. Like, it's like I said, it's tough to find a reservation to those spots, and even then, trying to sit down at the restaurant, and then it's one of those things where it's cash only, or I'm sorry, it's what is it? Credit card only. It's no cash at any of the Dinte Fungs that we've been to. So who knows how that's going to do, guys, and hopefully that does well. But I'm really excited to see that come to Disney.
I was thinking about what Jackie said about they might raise the prices because of the Magic Key discount. However, when they brought back the Magic Key last year, not the new and the renewal phase, but
Mm-hmm.
in the old times with the annual pass, you got discounts everywhere in every store and every restaurant. When the Magic Key came back, there's a lot of restaurants that don't have the Magic Key discount, and there's a lot of stores that your Magic Key discount does not apply. So, not necessarily is that true that they're going to make that thing and say, "Oh, well, we're going to raise your prices a little bit more because you're going to be able to use your discount anyways," and then they'll be like regular price. Because there's not to say that we're going to get a discount in Portals or in
Didn't say fun. Yeah.
Din Tai Fung or any other restaurant that's coming with
Mhm.
that, because they took away so much when they brought back the new Magic Key last year. Kind of hit or miss whether they do that or not. I'm still kind of hoping that they're going to stay true to that just because of some things, but
Right there with the comment, Isabel brings up a good point that they probably won't have the whole menu as far as for Porto, because
well,
they do have a lot of items.
They do. They do, but you know what though? Like I was thinking about that too for a second, but then I said to myself, "Have you guys been to Portals lately? You guys seen how it is? I mean, these guys have a huge menu and they still knock it out quick.
Right. That's one of the things I was telling her. The lines are long, but I mean they move. So
They know how to make it work. Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe they will. Maybe they're like, hey, if we can make it work at our other locations that have lines out the door, then what's the difference here at Disneyland? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we're already used to long lines and big crowds, so might as well sell everything that we have. You know, or they might even have specialized, special menu items here because it is Disney. You know, they might have like the Disneyland Cubano arepa or something. Whatever. You know,
It's
you
funny
never know.
because
Whatever.
we were watching Mondo earlier on his Five Fires, and him and Danny were mentioning that they should have, like between them, that they should have realized that was an option because Portos announced the churro filled something not too long ago.
Uh huh.
So there's already that infusion of the churro being incorporated into their items that they already released or talked about
Hmm.
releasing. So they were pointing out between each other that they should have kind of seen those like little flags and little hints and things. So that's probably going to be one of the things. Like you said, maybe custom things specific to Disney. Yeah, the churro
Hmm.
filled percent.
Yeah. Well, hey, Rue Gary says as long as they bring back the cheese rolls, he's Gucci. So it's all good. And then the churro cheese rolls, yep. Churro filled croissant. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Disney could have a policy saying that, hey, you can't serve certain foods that mimic our menu items that we offer already. But yet again, they sell churros at downtown Disney too. You know, at the churro cart, the California churros, and they have nothing to do with Disney. It's a separate company. So
they're not
who
good.
knows? Who knows, guys?
No
Who
liking.
knows for sure? So so to move forward, they also have, and they also mentioned, obviously the all new Toontown that they're going to be throwing at the at Disneyland California. Disneyland California is currently closed right now, and they are currently working at remodeling it. It actually, somebody flew a drone over there, maybe like a week or two ago. I don't remember which vlogger it was that showed us that video clip. I think it was Fresh Baked.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was, but he had one of his spy friends fly one of their drones over it, and it looks like they completely are repaving the whole entire thing. Like, looks like they're doing a lot of work. They're not just basically putting in fresh paint and planting a tree here and there. They're actually putting in some real work. So I'm pretty excited to see um, how that's gonna pan out or whatever in the next next few months. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go and have somebody climb on top of the fence at on the Fire Freeway right there to try to get a good snapshot or
Right.
whatever. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like definitely saw a big area. I saw the places where they were going to add the new grass area in the grassy knoll area by the entrance. That's already like taking shape, and the water fountains and everything else that they got going on at Toontown. So it's very exciting to see this. And of course, the big attraction that everybody's waiting for is Mickey's Runaway Railway. The new attraction that everybody's waiting for. It debuted at I believe at Walt Disney World at the Hollywood Backlot Theater, right at the Hollywood Backlot. I think that's
yes.
the name of their theme park, and it looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a mix between Star Wars, kinda, or like no, how I don't know. It's
Yeah.
kind of like Rise of the Resistance with like Star Wars with like Soren kinda, but it's a cool play and the effects are just awesome and it's all like wacky and fun and it's gonna look like it's gonna be a good attraction. So that's gonna be another 6 hour wait at Disneyland and another Magic Genie $20 right there. But hey, it's all good. At least we got to do it once, right? So we'll see what happens with that. But I am definitely excited to see that.
Probably a virtual
Come out
queue
for us.
for at least a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely virtual queue is going to definitely get its mileage this year. Oh,
Yeah.
did we lose the JG Voyages? I guess we lost them. They've been having internet troubles. Hopefully they'll come back.
Oh no.
So it just right when we get to the fun part, right? The part of expertise. Actually, Javier, you're the expert in this, aren't you?
No, well, for Grogu, it's her.
Right. No, yeah, I can tell. Yeah, sure. Like judging by you guys' background. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
This is just a little piece of it. This is a little tiny piece of it. It extends and from ceiling to floor. Oh, there's George. Is he back?
So much
Oh, he's
stuff.
not back yet. Yeah.
There's too much.
Wow. But they mentioned this at the Disney Parks and Panels that they're going to have the Mandalorian along with the interactive child, I guess, puppet or audio animatronic that's walking. That's going to be an interactive character throughout the whole land. Now, that's pretty cool to see, and that's going to be fun to check out to see how that's actually going to take place. Do you guys remember back in the day, or maybe a few years ago, they used to have the trash can called, what was it called in Tomorrowland, the one that talked? You guys remember that?
No, but it was so funny. One of our subscribers one day was talking about the talking trash can.
Oh yeah.
And they had us looking for a talking trash can, and we're like, I could not remember the talking trash can. And then somebody said, no, that was back, like you're mentioning, a few years ago, but it was in Tomorrowland, I guess, the talking trash can. And then I kind of remembered it vaguely, the talking trash can, but I don't remember what it was called, but yes.
Oh, I forget his name. He had like a funny name. It was like Elmo or Elmer or
I can't remember.
something.
Yes, vaguely, but
I thought that was the coolest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like seriously, it was a trash can, the gray in color, just like the one that they have at at Tomorrowland, and he was he was. Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. We got JG Voyages. Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, what's cracking? Hey, you all right?
The Wi-Fi just went out.
Go for a tour break.
What happened? It literally went out for like 5 seconds and then went back up again. I was like, okay, we should be good. And then it said disconnected. I was like,
I was gonna say that the dog kicked pulled the socket out of the outlet out of the socket.
George, you need ears for good reception. Ears for good reception.
Okay.
See, that's the problem, bro.
Well,
that's the problem, bro.
Here, go get my hat.
There you go.
Jackie's gonna get my hat right now.
Missing your bucket hat, George.
Bro,
And then
oh my God, thank you so much, because I
Jackie's-
was about to lose a whole good night's sleep right here. He's got it for us. Real Gary, push the talking trash can. His name was Push.
Push.
His name was Push. That's right. Oh my God, thank you, bro, because I was gonna go nuts trying to figure it out, trying to remember the stupid name. But he was the coolest thing ever, dude. Like, he was a great trash can, and he just walked by, and all of a sudden the trash can was like, you throw something in there, like your soda or whatever, and then he would start talking, and then he would start talking, hey, what are you doing? Get your hand out of my mouth, and then he would start, like, walking around, and talking, and like, like humming a song, and oh my God, it was the coolest thing. If you guys can see any videos on YouTube, like, people that recorded it back in the day, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen, guys. It's the most simplest and most, I guess you would say the most simplest type of idea, but Disney made it so cool, and it was freaking awesome. It had that robot voice and all that, and it was just the coolest thing to do. Like, who would have thought? Like, I saw little kids hugging the freaking trash can like if it was Mickey Mouse. Like, that was a very sanitary, like whatever, but it was cool, and I just can't wait to see this. If Disney can make a trash can look that cool, now imagine them making this guy and Baby Yoda or the child or whatever the hell it's called. What is it called? Grogu? As you can tell, I'm far away from being a whole fan of like the Star Wars like whole enterprise, but it's Grogu, right?
Grogu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was at D23.
Oh my goodness! Look at this guy, special delivery. Hold on, special delivery.
No, and everybody's got him on.
Hi, baby. Hi. Hold on, guys. We got a special guest.
Yay!
Hi. Say hi. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So make sure to
Hello.
hit the like and subscribe.
Make you.
You're blocked from the camera.
Here,
We can't see
look,
you guys.
we got Celeste right here wants to say hi. Remember Celeste
Hi.
and Javier?
Hello, baby girl.
Hi.
Say, how are you?
Where are you?
Hey,
Huh?
you're blocked, the overlay.
I'm blocked?
Yeah, the overlay.
Orale. There we
There
go.
you are.
Sorry.
Wow.
Now, oh, nice ears.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
She chose them for me.
I love it.
Say thank you. We love you. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Make you subscribe.
Say like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Say good night. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Nice.
She's so cute.
See, I got the child right here as well too. Except this one's not a machine. This one likes merchandise. She likes Disney movies and she likes to go to theme parks. She's my sweetheart, guys. But yeah, so most definitely, it's gonna be fun to watch and to see what happens when this whole entire character comes to life. Yet again, Disneyland always like puts a crazy wait time on us. They're giving us one until after January, so I'm guessing after Christmas and everything kind of settles down,
No, he
that's when they
comes.
start bringing it up again.
Yeah, he's coming mid-November.
Oh, he's coming in November now.
Yes,
Yeah.
mid-November. So
I could
they
have
now.
sworn. Wow, I had my notes wrong. Then they could have.
Yeah.
I could have sworn they said January. There you go.
No, he's coming mid-November, and I'm so excited. When Jon Favreau came out at D23, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna talk about the Mandalorian. And then I heard the song, and I was like, oh my god! As soon as I heard the song, I was waterworks. I was like, I was crying because I love Mandalorian, I love Star Wars, and I love Grogu, you guys. So super excited. He comes mid-November. They still haven't released an exact date, but mid-November. But yeah, mark my words, I will be the first one there with Grogu. Everybody better stay out of my way.
Watch out! There you go. Bye. Everybody's loving the ears. So now when we do these lives, guys, when we do our takeovers, we're gonna have to wear the ears. It's gonna be a must-have. You can't join.
Yes.
You can't be part of the cool kids. You can't
No.
sit with the cool kids unless you got a pair of ears. So, más te vale. So it's all good. We got that. So let's see what else they got in store for us. Oh my God. Okay, so now let's talk the money. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is this that we're looking at?
Dave.
Yeah.
Real quick, since we were talking about Grogu and she mentioned mid-November, next week, the Hulk and DCA.
Yes.
They didn't give an exact date, but the Hulk, what is it?
next week.
What is it called? His suit.
Oh, in his
Oh, in that spaceship suit?
optics up.
No, I forgot the name, but it's the big like robot looking Hulk. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be, he's huge, so he comes out next week in
Wow. Okay. We definitely got to be on the lookout for that. I'm pretty sure you guys will probably get it. That's crazy. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm under the impression that all this is coming out in January. Maybe I got Josh Tomorrow maybe mixed up or what. No, this was Favreau, wasn't it, huh? When Favreau was talking? Yeah. Guy and a girl, we can't hear you guys. You guys went mute. Can you hear us? Uh-oh.
there we go with the quantum suit
There we go.
or Endgame Hulk. Thank you,
Endgame
Spawn.
Hulk, that's right, with the quantum suit. Yeah, I saw him. He was freaking huge. He's like 8 feet tall or something.
Yeah,
Bulky
He was-
too, all stocky.
Enormous. Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's something to look out for next week.
Next week. They still didn't say what day next week, but we will definitely try and be there. Javier will be there every morning looking for him. What?
I got money that says you guys will get them on your guys' live stream before anybody else does, before vlogs, before any of this stuff comes out. You guys will get them. I know you guys do. Man, I'm telling you, we should do like bingo cards for you guys.
Bingo
Or
card.
bingo cards, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we should do just a guy and a girl. Loteria.
Right?
Ah, yes.
That'd be pimp.
Yeah.
But speaking about pimp, this is what we're looking at right here, guys. So if you ever wondered what it would feel like um, to live, I guess, in a Disney
Oh,
story living type of
you
location,
know.
this is it right here. This is the example that they gave us.
Yes, sir.
Uh, damn, damn. That's all I gotta say. This is not gonna be affordable. I'll tell you that much. This
No.
right here, you got to be part of the good credit club. None of that Kmart, blue light pays you can plan. Nah, Charlie, right here. This is a straight
Hey,
up
so
like,
my 450 credit rating is not gonna get me in there.
nah, man. It might get you a cell phone. It might get you a cell phone so you can keep
A
live
A
streaming.
cell phone.
Maybe a
A
second live
prepaid
stream,
one.
prepaid.
a second line, but you can forget
One.
about spending your weekends in Palm Springs. Your second home. This is like
Mhm.
Disney executive, like retirement, like weekend home. Look at this.
Yeah.
Guys, like, okay, just to let everybody know, in case you guys didn't know, we're the DESFAM, and we live here in Palm Springs. We're about 2 hours away from the Disneyland Resort, kind of on the way southern part of Southern California. That's where we live. Um, so we live in the Palm Springs area. And let me tell you, Palm Springs is not cheap. They have houses here that are old because they're nostalgic because it's the old Hollywood getaway. Um, and let me tell you right now, real estate is super expensive out here. There's parts of the desert that it is cheap, but the part that Disney decided to buy the land, which is maybe about a mile away from our house, no joke, it's about a mile away. Um, Dude, it is like the most expensive like part of the whole entire desert out here that you could possibly imagine. Just to kind of give you a little insight, President Obama he actually stayed in the property next door for Valentine's Day, and I believe it was for Father's Day weekend or something like that when he was still president at a place called Sunnylands. I mean, it's just super nostalgic, super high end, super luxurious. Just whatever you can think of, and this is what Disney is going to be building a whole entire community or country club, I guess, filled with this kind of stuff. Now, my question is, guys, out of everything that you're looking at here, uh, my question is, where do you guys see the Disney? Like,
The,
is there like hidden Mickey's like in the pavement or like
Inside,
yeah, like I just see it as really really upscale real estate, to be honest with you.
I think the theming is going to be in all the amenities. That's where um, your Disney influence is going to come in. So
Right.
probably, yeah. So all of your definitely all your amenities, whatever they have going on, like your pool area or your rec area, things like that. I'm sure. Well, that part I think will all be Disney themed. Everything else is going to be, I think, just plain housing. You could probably, since these houses are probably going to be custom built, you could just like
Right.
any homes out there, you could probably upgrade maybe for like maybe certain tiling. Like if you wanted anything Mickey themed or Disney themed, like some little backsplash with like the little Mickey head, or probably those little extras. If you wanted to personalize it, I'd probably see that coming individually. But I think as a whole, everything's gonna have to still be uniform, but you can still add your own little perks or your own little Disney embellishes to it. But it's definitely gonna be and definitely in all of the amenities that this community is gonna offer is where you're gonna see more of the Disney stuff happening.
I also think it's probably gonna be a lot more subtle than we'd expect. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
I thought it was gonna be more loud. Like the Disney touch was gonna be a lot louder. You know what I'm saying? The architecture or something. But no, you're right. Yeah, very subtle. It's To be honest with you, it kind of looks just like all the other architecture that's going on right now in the Coachella
Yeah.
Valley out here in Palm Springs.
yeah,
Very
like
similar.
you wouldn't know if you weren't mentioning where you got this. It would just look like some pictures of architecture from wherever.
Yeah. Some what is it? Some realtors selling
You
their
know,
MLS.
Remax pictures.
Yeah, like
You know,
seriously, yeah, these places are going to be probably like I'm guessing, and this is just a ballpark, but I'm guessing they're probably going to be starting in the upper fives, to over mil. way over a
I
mil.
I think they said there was
I'll
like
take it.
3 or 4 different tiers.
Right.
Of I think this is one of the more that you have up right now. I was reading
Mhm.
on this. It's one of the more extravagant homes. Um, I was watching something on TV where they kind of went through the layout from a smaller home, kind of basic, to a medium one to a more extravagant one. So I think there's like 3 or 4 different tier prices of what your homes are going to start at. But I think you're in the ballpark for something pretty
Yeah.
basic, small, about 5, more than 5. I mean, with
I would think a lot
inflation,
more than 5.
inflation in a few years, probably a bit more than 5, but it just kind of depends.
Right. Absolutely. JG, what do you guys think? Are you guys thinking about moving out, packing up your
Oh
stuff, or
yeah.
what?
Well, okay. Obviously, we want to buy a house, but I feel like that's going to be way out of our budget, you know. And then probably less space too. We got 4 kids combined, so we're gonna need like a big space. And if we want to get a house over there, we would be pay a pretty penny. Basically,
Let's win the lottery.
we'd have to win the lottery. I'd have to go work like Javier on the pole, work
You gotta do what you
three,
gotta do, bro.
yeah, 3, 4 jobs, no sleep,
Yep. No, I mean, it's a like believe me, it's gonna be a beautiful like location, right? You have literally a casino like within 100 to 200, or 300 feet from the property, a casino property that's right there. Um, Elegant shopping, dining, entertainment, whatever you want, within like less than 2 miles away. And it's like right next to the resort town of Palm Springs. Coachella. Imagine when Coachella Fest comes to town. Like that place is
oh,
going to be an Airbnb freaking nightmare. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Like it's going to be crazy. Um, yeah, I think Javier's gonna have to start. He's gonna open up an OnlyFans and sell. His
Fans only.
his Mickey Ears pictures.
Those
To make a down payment. I hope Disney does like the down payments like you do for the Magic Keys. You do a little down, for a down payment.
Yes.
Can I pay the down payment payments?
Mhm.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't even allow these homes to be put up in Airbnb as Airbnb.
Oh
sure
no,
there's
this is gonna have some specialized setup.
Yeah.
Imagine the HOA fee alone on that. Woo!
See, that's the other thing people don't understand. People think that you live in a beautiful, complex like this because there's security and it's gated and all this.
Yep.
But there's one thing that the realtor never tells you about, right? And that thing is called an HOA fee. Now, an HOA fee stands for Homeowners Association fee, which means that you're paying somebody to yell at you all the time,
In your own home.
right?
that
So
you-
you're paying for a group of people to crash your party, to be party poopers, to not let you have your carne asada in the front yard. You can't have your bouncy houses in the backyard when your kids turn 3. You know what I'm saying? You can't have the posada for Christmas, because they're going to call the cops on you. That's what an HOA is. And you have to pay them every month, and you have to pay dues on top of that every year. Oh, and then plus you want to golf. You want to use the amenities. You want to use the country club. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be just a mortgage payment just by itself. Just that.
Yeah.
Let alone what you're actually paying for the home. So good luck with that. You have probably better luck of getting into Club 33 being a year-long member than you would being a homeowner right here, guys. But congratulations to all the people that got good credit. Good credit. You know what I'm saying? Good for you
Or
guys.
money in general. I mean, the
Chinga.
people with good credit is like you don't even have enough money to live there. That's crazy. Totally going to be overpriced.
But you know what though, Javier? I think Javier knows somebody though that does have enough money. What do you think?
Oh,
Oh, the weekend. Oh!
Oh, I know somebody that can lend you a few bucks.
more like
Yeah,
I've
oh,
seen somebody
Jackie,
that
look
has.
at Jackie. Wow, look at this. What happened, Jackie? What's going on? What, the internet and the air conditioning is not working or what? What happened?
See, Jackie, you should have gone. We
My
could have
goodness.
introduced it.
And
You
if
better
you
keep
win,
an eye on
you'll
her,
see
George.
I know. Been like, hey, how you doing?
You better keep an
I
eye.
see you.
Jackie, you could have had a
Oh, you're in
husband.
trouble, Jackie.
I know. Be like, hey, I'm single. I got a ring.
Oh, the single link. There you go. Come on, Jackie.
Yeah.
Sorry, George.
Miss
goodness.
Weekend over here.
Hey, George. We're trying to get a house out in Palm Springs.
Come on, George.
What?
Sweet talking, bro.
Javier, do it
Then
in a
I'm-
heartbeat.
If that's the case, then I'm out the picture.
No, we gonna get a house. Mom and Dad's gonna get a house.
No,
So
George,
we
George,
both
Stay with
have-
us, George.
George, you're called the weekday. He's called the weekend. That's the way it works.
Ándale. Hey, bro, but look at the brighter side, bro. You get more days out of the week than he does.
It's true. You get 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 5 days, he gets 2. Look at this. No, you're a bad influence. Look at this. You even give Miranda bad example. She's over here calling her Miss Weekday. But no, seriously, guys, for a lot of our viewers that don't know, I don't know, guys. You guys tell me what happened. Let everybody know what happened. I know what happened because I'm all part of the Cheeseman, but I want you guys to tell you guys the story about what happened when you guys went to Horror Nights. Because I guess you ran into pretty much a really big A-lister that's pretty big, and he's pretty much the main attraction for this year's Halloween Horror Nights. So, who wants to start? Who wants to tell the story? I'm about to get my popcorn, and I'm about to see Jackie right here. Right here, get in trouble. So it's all good.
The funny thing with it was it just happened to work out because of a glitch. So
Right.
we were all in a group and we went through La Llorona maze, and as we were going, so I was vlogging and live on Instagram, and yes, since she couldn't make it, I was only going to vlog, but since she couldn't make it, I felt bad, and I'm like, well, let me go live so at least Celeste can see. So I was only going to show her the weekend maze because that was the first one we did. And then we just kept the live going. So, we go through La Llorona as a group, and it dies out on Instagram for whatever reason. So everybody else, I told them I'm going to go through it again because I felt bad. And so they took off, they left. So I went through it. I came out, and then as I'm heading to the lower lot, because that's where everybody was at, I didn't even realize I catch them on video from as you're turning on the taco truck to go down to the escalators. When I was
I'm gonna
looking,
play that video for you guys.
I catch him
here.
on video as a group, and he was with John Murdy and I guess other people. But so you can barely see John Murdy in the front. He's wearing like the red Hawaiian shirt, and it kind of looks like. But anyway, so as we're going down the escalators, I just see security. I see like these big guys, and I'm like, oh, who's that? So I was trying to find out. I couldn't see him because he's short compared to the security guys.
Yep.
So I couldn't make it out until finally, like on the third escalator, I was like, oh, damn, there's him.
Look at Jackie.
Yeah. And so I happened
Hey, Jackie, you all right?
I happened to be like standing behind the security guy. And it's funny because I was just pointing at him, and he made, he turned, he saw me a couple times, like he glanced a couple times. And then on that part, it was just him that did the gesture. I didn't ask him for anything, I didn't even I have both hands like.
Lie. He was winking. He was like.
I was trying to see, get, because it's funny. For the same reason, I happened to put the vlogging camera down, so I didn't catch the gesture on the camera. I only caught it on the live. So then we go down. I follow them. They go down kind of around towards where the maze was for monsters, and that's where they head into, and the security was there. So with John Murdy and all of them together. And the crazy thing was that, so I went to meet up with the rest of the group who were up at the weekend, that after hours bar. And because the music was playing there, Instagram cut my live, and then it did not save because they ended it.
So, because it got copyrighted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it literally flashes. So he was like, I just lost the feed. I was like, what? He's like, it didn't save it, and he's mad. I'm like, because I was telling him, I'm like, I need that clip.
Yeah.
I said, I need the clip because I knew this was going to go viral. I knew it as soon as I saw it. I was like, I need that clip. I said, I need it now. All the other clips that I had seen people had gotten of him, he has his mask on, or it's real fast, or it's in passing. I'm like, not only did we get him without his mask on, but he literally turns to our camera to Javier and he like even does a little gesture and then he turns it a second time and smiles. And I was just like, oh my God, I was like, I need the clip. So as soon as he goes into the weekend bar and the live cuts and I'm like, what? He's like, I lost everything. I'm like, you're, and my potty mouth, effing kidding me. And he's like, no, I was like, oh my God. So I was like, and I'm trying to remember that one time I went live for something and I was trying to remember and same thing, my live had cut and I was like, and somebody told me a long time ago how to retrieve my live. So I was sitting here and I'm starting to get a headache. I was like, oh my God, I was like, I need to find it. I need to find it. So then I went through everything and then I mean, Instagram does not make it hard for you. I mean, does not make it easy for you to find your live stream that they cut, but I was able to find it. And I texted him right. I was like, oh, I retrieved the clip. I was like, you're not going to be. He's like, no. I'm like, yes. So I downloaded it. I saved it. And I was like, here it is. I went that night. I cut it. I clipped it. And it was ready to go. But then I had to redo it like 3 times. The first time I
She
had
was
a
so
typo.
excited. She kept like.
I had a typo, but thank God my Spawny was there. And he's like, he messages me and he's like, Celeste, I was like, oh my God. So he's like, only like 15 people have seen it. Delete it. Take it. I'm like, okay. So I take it down and I redo it a second time. And I hit go again. I was like, crap, I did it again. So I took it down the second time and the third time I finally got it right. By the time he got home, we were already like at 20,000 watchers, like within that hour, views within the hour. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like, this thing is gonna like hit big time. And sure enough, it did it. It's still going.
Day we were like at over 250. I think 250.
Yeah, so it was good. And then I just started having people message me saying that they wanted the actual footage, they want it without the music, they want to hear the actual sound. And to this day, I'm still getting messages from people saying that they want our video, and I'm just like, why do you want our video?
And it didn't even register until like yesterday, I think, when we were talking about like, hey, we should have sent it to TMZ.
You sent it to me, bro. I got the contacts.
Or to you. There you see, we didn't even think about it. Yeah.
Well, you guys want me to kind of share some bad news?
What's that?
All right. So you see the bald guy that's right there, right in front of the girls?
Uh-huh.
That's Hailey Bieber's bodyguard.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So they're probably in front of them. That's why they're all probably all together, because if you look at it, that's why the bodyguard. That's with the weekend. If I would have done that, if I would have pulled out my phone and started recording, you see how it gives you like the stink eye, how like he looks at you all dirty right there.
Yeah.
Well, he would have gotten his little flashlight and put it right at your lens, at your camera, to block your light, because he didn't want it recording.
Yeah.
But because he's on a private property, and then on top of that, he's there for the event, obviously, because he's all he's all dressed up or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you look at the bodyguard in the front, that's Hailey Bieber's one of the bodyguards that they get, and they don't go through bodyguards like crazy. They only have like these trusted bodyguards that they use every single time. And that bald guy, because I ran into Hailey Bieber a lot of times already, like in LA, that's one of the bodyguards that she uses. So maybe up ahead, you probably would have had Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber probably in front of you. Probably didn't even notice because you guys were focused on the weekend.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Like again, I didn't even notice that John Murdy was in the front because I was focused on him.
Right, and then it also makes sense too, because you see these fangirls right here, right in front of the weekend. They're just kind of like looking forward and looking back, looking forward and looking back.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Steamy.
Like, you don't know whether
It's Steamy, his girlfriend.
Like
Steamy, his girlfriend, the one with the long hair.
Is that his girlfriend?
Her name's Steamy. She's Palestinian. She's beautiful.
So there's
has her,
on the when the footage
continues, a group together, guys. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's the whole group. So when they're going on the lower escalator to almost get off, like she's behind them and kind of like hugging them.
Yeah, you guys got gotten a good twofer right there.
I know.
It's all good. Hey, but you know what though? You guys want to hear? You know what? Kudos to you, brother. You can be a paparazzi. One of these days, I'm going to take you out to LA and I'm going to show you how it's done. How it's done. How we do the dirty out there.
I'm down.
And got you.
I know.
It has got you, bro. But no, it's definitely a workout. Being a paparazzi is no joke. I did it for 8 years. I still do it here and there. especially when Coachella comes to town. I got like over 100 names this past year. JG Voy just didn't know about that, but I used to paparazzi back in the day, right? JG showed you guys my,
Yeah.
my other YouTube channel and all that. It's pretty crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's awesome footage, bro. Clear. It's nice and it's nice and concise. You were focused on him the whole time, even though the bodyguard still gave you a stink eye, bro. If he would have done anything, I would have given him the finger. You know what I'm saying? But he still, like, he was cool with you, but I guess he had to be.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
again,
I mean,
I wasn't calling out his name or nothing. I just had the cameras pointing at him, so I
and that's the
didn't.
trick. That's the trick. It's not to make it a big old pedo that you saw him.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, we can. Like you start screaming
right,
like a
That would
fan
have been
and
me.
start getting all
That
crazy.
would have been me if I
Yeah,
was there.
because then you put a spotlight on them and yes, tubo. It's better just to pull out your phone,
right,
start, be like, hey, what's up, bro? What's going on? How you doing? We cool? Everything good?
right,
You good?
exactly.
That's it.
But I
That's it.
think he also, I
But
think the bodyguard does mention something to him. But if you look at it, the weekend tells him like, no, it's cool. Like, so he probably said, hey,
yeah,
bro,
he taps him. Yeah, he taps him. He's like, hey, chill out. Yeah.
he's like, oh,
That same bodyguard, the same muscle vato right there, he pushed me out of the way one time at Craig's in West Hollywood.
No, there's.
So I got a super funny story for you guys.
But
Super funny story. So I was out there paparazziing, right? With it was just me and Miranda. This is before the baby was even in the picture. But we were out there just doing our thing, trying to get that money. It was a slow night, and then all of a sudden, I think it was kind of cold. And Miranda, she's usually the person that's my spotter. She like spots extra people or whatever, or sometimes she gives me heads up as to who's down the street walking up or to Craig's or whatever, so I'll get ready. And that day, my flash, because I think we were paparazzi for the whole entire day, and my flash was already like kind of like weak. So I told Miranda, hey, can you go down to like a Walgreens or something in West Hollywood? Where the hell is there a Walgreens? You have to go down to like the Beverly Center. So it's a couple streets down from Robertson and Cedar Sinai. Um, so she went all the way down there, and as soon as she left, the Weekend and Gigi Hadid walked into Craig's. As soon as she drove away, like that was like so awesome, like clean as everything. They pulled up in the Rolls Royce. That bodyguard was driving. He opened up the door. The Weekend came out. Bella Hadid walked out, and or Gigi, or I forget whichever one he was dating. One of the Hadids.
uh-huh.
And they walked into Craig's real quick, and then I snapped the pictures. And I think because my flash, like I said, it was already para la jodida. I ended up getting maybe like 10 or 15 shots, but I made it on TMZ. It was on TMZ because I was there. I was calling his name. I was calling him Abel because that's his name, right?
And then I get on the phone immediately. I'm like, hey, where are you? Hey, I'm like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I'm like, great night. He showed up. He's like, what? Shut up. I'm serious.
The Weekend just walked in right now with one of the Hadids. So Miranda's trying to make it back. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, he just walked in. Take your time. He's going to be here for about an hour, 2 hours, or whatever, because that's how long they take, to have their dinner and their service, whatever. And he's a celebrity, so he's going to take his time. He's not going to walk out. About 5 minutes later, homeboy walks right out because he couldn't give him the table that he wanted. So he walks right out.
Dang.
I get to see him walking out. Boom, boom, boom. I was right in front of him the whole entire time. He gives me like this look on his face. He was like, "What? Like what do you want?" Like I kept saying his name, so he looks like straight at my barrel, my lens. And I get the shot of him walking in. I get the shot of the Hadid walking, getting it back to the car. They get into the car and then they drive off. Miranda shows up about 10 minutes later. And she's like, is he still inside? I'm like, oh, no. He just left about 15 minutes ago. He just walked in now. She was totally upset. I'm sorry. Like, that was her one chance to see the Weekend up close and to get a shot with him. And it was just happened like that, like in a blink of an eye. It was just unfortunate. It sucked. I feel so bad, but yeah, I mean, with these bodyguards, you got to be real careful, man. Especially like when you go to these events and stuff like that. Like you got to be careful because these guys, they don't care, man. These guys are goons, straight up.
Yeah, there's a guy in the back, a taller one that he looks scary, like the one who has behind these guys.
Yeah, he keeps looking at you too. Like
no,
I noticed that too.
It's none of these guys. They're
That's the
they're
two
not on
skinny
the
guys.
camera.
They're
They're in the
Is
camera.
not this guy, this bald guy in the back?
No, they're not. He's not in this in the frame on this. He's like
Ah.
maybe a few steps behind him. Because there's still like another girl that kind of peeks right there, and then there's like I think like another person, and then this guy that he looks scary. The look that he has. But I mean, it was cool. It was a good experience. Yeah.
I'm super surprised though for somewhere like Universal Studios, you only had one guard with them though.
No,
Well, no. So
there's two on the other elevator.
there's the guy that's in front of me right here is his with him. Then there's another guy with him lower, a little bit lower down. And because there's a bunch of people, like it's a big group. And
Wow,
but again, I was focusing on him. The rest of the people are down with, I guess, John Murdy and them.
that's
Like you
crazy.
said, those other securities in the front
There was
Yeah.
maybe about 5 securities, I think, with him, 5 or 6.
for just him.
For just
and
him.
then there's other
Yeah.
people with the other people below.
Yeah.
You know, and then they always do it. They always do it like in groups like that. They never just show up by themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they always have like a group of people with them all the time. So, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm. And you got lucky too. You said you got how many shots? And you said somebody put on here that you got what 47.
So we're like at 47,000 views
Wow.
on Instagram.
That's on Instagram.
But on TikTok, we're at 313,000 views.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
freaking awesome.
TikTok
TikTok,
it
it
blew
took
up.
off.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
That is
45,000 is
crazy.
still a lot on Instagram, but over, what'd you say, 313,000?
Yeah.
That's a lot on TikTok, so that's cool.
That's a ridiculous number. You know that? Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow. You guys gotta check this out. I gotta share this with you real quick. Look at this. So this is my paparazzi video. I found it real quick. And just to let you know, it was filmed on a GoPro on top of my camera.
Oh,
And there's the
what?
bodyguard right there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there he is.
Oh, wow.
He has the same type of girl.
Yeah.
He has a type.
Yeah, he has a type for sure. That's when he had crazy hair still.
See, that was it. Crazy, right?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Cool. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, crazy experiences, but no. After all that, what did you guys do after you guys got the weekend? You're like, all right, cool. So we got this vato. All right, whatever. Let's go eat some Del Taco. Or
Well, we
whatever.
got back together and then just continued the mazes and whatever else we were doing. I mean, the mazes were cool. The funny thing is that of all the mazes, in my personal opinion, the one I liked the least was the weekend one for me.
Okay, so I saw who was it? I think Five Fires Mondo. He did like a walkthrough of the whole entire maze, right?
Uh-huh.
I didn't understand the storyline from the album to his character to what it all represented. I didn't understand it. Maybe you can make a little bit of a better sense for us, or
Well,
maybe you guys can.
I don't think I understood it either. That's probably why I didn't care for it as much. My understanding is kind of that it's part of his music video.
The videos, yeah.
You know that idea behind it, or one of his music videos. I mean, the music is cool that's playing in there. You know, it's his music, obviously.
Right.
Now, for me, I just didn't think there was enough scare actors, like jump scares. It looked cool. There's a lot of like animatronics and things, you know, here and there, but that's just in my opinion, compared to the other mazes or houses that I went through. I don't know, George, and the funny thing is because we did it twice. The second time was a little bit better, but still, it wasn't my top choice for the.
It was still kind of like hard to understand, kind of thing. Like hard to understand, like the whole outline of the story. I guess you would say.
Kind of see the progression of through the maze of what's happening and what he becomes at the end. You know, what it seems like it's him, the monster at the end, but. Again, just for me, I don't think there was enough scare factor in it for me.
Right. Wow. George, what do you got to say about that, bro?
So I came into the weekend with low expectations. I'm going to be completely honest. I wasn't looking forward to this maze, but it actually ended up being one of my top 3 mazes that I actually liked.
All right. Okay. Okay. Did you
Now, as far
understand the
as the
storyline?
storyline, no clue exactly what it meant. But then I obviously I recorded it, to put out a POV, and Jackie saw it, and then you want to tell them what?
I thought that it was based on the music videos, but there was one part where um they had bandages on their face. Well, the girl or something. For
Right.
me, like he got a lot of backlash on what happened to his face and the reason why he had that. So I'm guessing that based on the music videos and everything, he just wanted to put out stuff that people were talking about and make it scary or make it more entertaining for people. Like, yeah, it happened, but it is what it is, and people will like it, people don't. But he put it in there.
Wow.
That's my opinion on it.
Because like, okay, so the weekend is cool. I understand the whole storyline that he has and everything that he has with his album and the way he went. Because back in the day, the weekend was all about that Fifty Shades of Grey soundtrack. Like he had that slow jams,
Mm-hmm.
he had that certain style and feel. And then all of a sudden he goes all 80s. Look at that right there. That's not George. George, don't even play it, bro. You used to bump the weekend, bro. That's how she fell in love. It's all good, bro. You're mad. It's all good, bro. We know what kind of bait you used when you went fishing, bro. It's all good, man. You caught the fish, bro. Nobody else is gonna take it. It's all good. No, but now that you look at the weekend, he went all 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like his new album that he came out with is all has that kind of like 80s, kind of like Stranger Things kind of like vibe, kind of like vibes or whatever, with the music. And then all of a sudden we start seeing him wear the red suit, and then the bandages on his face, and then the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, this has something to do with something. I was expecting the weekend to be like in a movie to come out, right? Like a full on 2 hour movie in theaters, about like the whole character or something has to do with the movie. But no, it's just a whole like play on his album. Like that's what he's doing. Like it's like Bruno Mars. Like Bruno Mars does this like cool Versace look. All of a sudden he's Silk Sonic. He's now doing that smooth '70s kind of look, whatever. Um, but like yeah, it didn't make any sense now. And I also watched the movie Nope. Have you guys seen that or no?
Yeah. No.
Not
Yes,
yet.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yes.
The movie Nope. Okay. So, spoiler alert, I had no idea what the hell happened in the whole movie, to be honest with you. Like, it was a big old cobija that, spoiler alert, I guess you would say, guys. Spoiler alert for everybody that hasn't seen the movie. Right now is a great time to hit the like button and call it a day, or hit the mute button, but hit the like button too when you're at it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe subscribe or whatever. And then when I put up my thumbs up, it means all clear. But here's a little spoiler alert for you guys. And I know we're kind of running out of time a little bit, but for a spoiler alert, the whole movie, I expected to see an alien or something. Pinche mono feo. It was a pinche cobija. Like the whole movie was like saying nope to a cobija that likes to eat, horses and drop change. And then they built a whole little like Western theme park out of it, which I had no idea why it was even in there to begin with because obviously I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I just okay. So and I'm guessing all right. So now Universal Studios did that as part of their Universal City Walk or their I'm sorry, not the walk, their studio tour type of thing where you get off and you walk the whole entire land. And I'm guessing okay. So how are they going to pull this one off? How are they're gonna make some vato parachute like in a big ass cobija? Scare the crap out of you, thinking that thing's real. Like what happened? And then I saw it, and I was like, okay, so the lights go out because when that thing is nearby, the electricity goes out, right? And it's like, boom. All right, now it's dark, and then it just goes back up again. Oh, that was it. Okay, all right, cool. So I'm like, can I just get a nopal slushy? Because I don't know if you guys noticed that they were having the ices there. They had them out of nopales. I don't know if you guys noticed that in the movie, but anyways, you gotta watch the movie, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the movie. But yeah, it's just like I don't know. The whole movie didn't make sense to me. I maybe thought maybe the maze might or the whole attraction at Universal might have a better understanding of it. Um, but anyways, on a scale of 1 to 10, guys, what would you guys give this year's Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios in Hollywood, California? JG, what would you guys give it? What would you give it overall?
So we got spoiled that day because it was media day.
Well,
So
of
we were
course.
able to do everything that day, plus the weekend twice and monsters twice. And we also took an hour break. So if we didn't take that break, we could have done all the mazes and then probably like five mazes twice, you know.
Uh-huh.
So and Jabberwockies because we didn't see Jabberwockies. But overall, I loved it. You get to interact with the Death Eaters, the whole show that they put out, the projections on the castle. You get scary, the scare zone after La Llorona, like that. I think that area was like so perfectly done. You have the stilt walkers, the crow coming at you, and it looks like he's about to bite you because he opens his mouth, and you get scared and freaked out. You got the music and the New York Strip area and whatnot, and the raver in me was like headbanging, and I was just like, yeah, yeah. So I was talking to Chris from Crystal and Chris, and I was like, where's the rail? I can't find the rail. So overall, I loved it. Um, I'm gonna say a solid 9.5.
9.5. 9.5. That was very good. And before we go to Javier and Celeste for their rating, are you guys going to Escape this year?
I want to go at least one day, um, but we'll see.
Because we're actually thinking about going. We
Oh,
yeah, but yeah, we went last year. We no Miranda got tickets last year for free on the radio station. Dude,
oh,
seriously, Miranda
dang.
has like this thing where she just gets free anything on the radio. Oh, they're giving away tickets to Bruno Mars. Okay, cool. Let me just call the radio. Oh, I'll be 120th caller. Okay, no problem. Hi, who's this?
What?
Miranda. You just won. I'm like, are you freaking
What?
kidding me? Like, you did it again. Like, she does it all like that. No joke. She has like the best freaking luck out of anybody in the world. I love her so much to death, guys. And oh my god, it's crazy her freaking luck on the radio. But yeah, we this year we haven't won anything. I haven't heard anything on the radio. So, but I'm like, hey, but we're actually talking about going this year. It's actually a good lineup. The DJs and everything
Yeah,
else they got going on this year. So last year
yep,
it was okay. I think it was just Zed. I think that was like the main headliner, which is all
I
right.
think
We've
so.
seen Zed a few times already in LA. We've seen him in I'm sorry, not in LA, in Coachella. Um, so we're like, all right, cool. But this time they got like some really good like, headliners. So, but hopefully, guys, if you guys do, we definitely got to do a day out there. We got to go rage and do a live. You know, get copyrighted all night long. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's
who
the way it
cares?
goes. Who cares? It's all good, huh? So yeah, but definitely keep us posted, guys. If you guys are thinking about going, because we want to go for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
So
sounds good.
Celeste and Javier,
Yes.
please give us your overall rating of this year's Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. Because guess what? We're going to be, I know pass holders there too as well, or season pass holders, or whatever you want to call them. But
Oh
we're
yeah,
definitely going to go get
Let's
pretty
go.
soon. You
good.
will. So,
Woo-hoo.
So
so we're definitely
for
going to join the club pretty soon, and we're going to be part of all that. But we definitely want to get your guys' feedback on it.
for me, it was actually my first time going, so it was
Really?
all new. Yeah, it was all new to me. Um, the mazes. One of the things that so there's a lot of pluses. The mazes I like I said, La Llorona was my favorite maze. I think just because of the whole story behind it, and you grew up with it, so I was curious to see it,
Yeah.
and it didn't disappoint for me. Um, Overall, I think though I would say it was probably like maybe an 8 or 7.5, maybe. And there's two main reasons. One was for me the layout on the terror tram. There's a
Uh
lot
huh.
of walking and it's all uphill.
Yeah,
You
I was
know,
going to say that. Yeah.
so that was like a big negative for me. It's like for us fluffy people, we're over there like huffing and puffing. When we're trying to make it up the. You're like you're walking by the what's it, Norman Bates house. And you're like, Norman, don't mess with me right now. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
get through here. I don't
You're
got
over there
time.
trying to control your breathing and all that. Estás todo fatigado.
Like, I'm not running anywhere. Just calm
Not running
down,
anywhere.
calm down. So
I'm like,
that
yeah,
it seemed like everything that we were walking was always uphill.
yeah.
So that was and granted, I mean that's just the layout of how it is, so I understand. But one of the big things was for me the scare zones. I think the costumes were cool, but to me, I don't think there was enough scare factor into it. So I don't really get scared. I don't know why. Like the jump scares don't affect me, like with the lasers and all that. The reason why I like going through these things is because I like seeing people get scared and I laugh at that. That's
Oh, it is freaking hilarious.
so
It's
that's why.
hilarious.
So I gotta say, for me, the best scare actors that I've seen have been from Knots.
Right.
We've gone
Okay.
there a lot, and their whole thing, the floor, what would they do? The guys that kneel
Yeah.
down, or it's just I find it a lot scarier at Knots than what I did here. But the costumes were great, so that's why I would probably say maybe about an 8 for me overall.
Not bad, guys. That's pretty high score. Very, very high score.
I think too because I've heard that there's a lot of limitations on how close they can get to you. They can't chase
Yeah.
you. They can do this. They can do that. Where at Not Scary Farm, like again, you have the people that come on their knees. You have the ones that come like literally right up to you. Like, oh, it's like dark.
Oh, they do that.
Corner,
Yeah,
they
noise
can
or whatever.
run after you and Knots. They can chase you.
Yeah.
You're literally like there's no safe zones in Not Scary Farm. So I love and I thrive off the scary stuff. So from what I was seeing in there, I was telling myself, well, it doesn't seem very scary. Like I didn't hear, especially in the group, I didn't hear a lot of the girls screaming. I didn't hear, like, I was really surprised that it was just kind of quiet. Although the scenes, the houses were amazing. The attention to detail. But of course, this is Universal Studios. They want to make you feel like you're in the house. So from what I can see,
Absolutely.
everything looks amazing. I just didn't see, like he said, I didn't see a whole lot of scare actors were in, like, again, like Not Scary Farm me. Not Scary Farm is scary. I mean, and maybe the houses are not so detailed as maybe the costumes not as great as probably Universal is, but that's their specialty. But as far as like the scare factor goes, I think Knott's takes it. Yeah,
Wow.
and that's from what
I
I see.
remember.
I haven't experienced it personally yet.
Right. Well, I mean, hey, I mean, if you give it an 8, then that's pretty damn good. As far as me and Miranda before the baby came, we used to go to Nuts, or not, excuse me, not Nuts, but the Universal Studios, to the Halloween nights. We used to literally go like every year, and it was cool. The first year that I went was the first year that they had the Purge. I don't know if you guys remember when the Purge first came out, and
Yeah.
then the movie, like the first part, and then they actually did that as a scare zone. I thought it was way more elaborate. They had way more actors. The scare zones were actually scare zones, and every year we saw a little bit of a decline. Like, okay, they did this again, but they didn't do it as big as they did it last year. It was okay. They did the same tricks over and over, so we kind of saw a decline. So what me and Miranda did, we said, hey, well, where else can we go to check this out? So yeah, they had. We also did not Scary Farm. We did it during the Toyota Scion night or something like that. We did it, and it was okay. Like we said, okay, cool. It's kind of the same as what we're looking at for Universal Studios. But then I went online and I saw that the Queen Mary, the ship up in Long Beach, they,
Yeah.
they, they had a haunted mansion thing or whatever, a haunted maze or whatever. And I said, cool, so let's go to that. So we went to that. We paid like $40 each, and it was like the cheapest ones out of all the ones that they had. It was freaking awesome because you actually got to go on mazes in the boat where it's like haunted. The whole place was like completely like immersed. It wasn't as crowded. It was a little bit cheaper. Um, I definitely loved it. I don't know if they still do that or not anymore. I haven't heard anything about it, but I wish we could still go if they did it. You guys would love it. Like, and they had alcohol. You could be pisteando and go on the mazes, and it's all good. You'd be drinking Chabelo over there. You'd probably get pissed off at the monos if they make you spill it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like, but
You know,
it was cool. It was legit,
but I think
and we
that's
really
another one.
loved it.
I think that's another one that also has because you hear stories about
It's really being
that
haunted.
really being haunted.
Yeah.
That I think that adds to the whole ambiance,
You're
the
feeling
backstory
like
that this could really be a ghost, or whatever.
yeah.
Oh, it you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. The place is haunted. I did a ghost investigation. I used to be a paranormal
Oh,
investigator. Remember I told you guys about that? Well, I
Oh
used
my
to
god,
go
that's
and yeah, so I
cool.
actually did an investigation at the Queen Mary all night long, with another. I guess he was the approved or the skilled paranormal investigator, and I got the voice of the little girl Jackie singing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" on tape.
oh wow.
Oh
I'm
my
not joking.
god. My
I'm
friends
not joking.
have a picture. They spent the
Oh, I
night
got
there
pictures
at
too.
the hotel, and you can see a legit uh, figure in the Louis sister.
Oh, really?
Remember, I think I showed you. Um, in the right there in the hotel. Creepy. Like I was like, oh my god. There's tons and tons and tons of stories of people who have had experience in there.
It's truly like legitimately like scary. It's dark. It's gloomy. It has like the storyline of what it is, and it's legit. Like I went there. Like I said, I went there and I brought my dad. My dad's from the rancho, so my dad doesn't believe in any of that stuff. You know how it is. And he walked out of there. He was like, you know what? He's like, I don't know what the hell that was, but that was something going on in there. And my dad thought, is this fake? Do they do this like at Disneyland? You know, where they do like effects and they have like things where they press a button and that starts happening. I said, no, Dad, this is a real life, 100% legitimate, haunted location or whatever. And it's been certified, and they told you the stories about all these people and how they had their unfortunate fate. And it was super exciting. I wish I could show you guys the pictures that I took, but I got a silhouette of a full bodied apparition on the second level of the first class pool deck.
Oh my god.
On one of my YouTube videos, you can hear her singing, you can hear her humming "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," and the tour guide is even like telling everybody to be quiet because he can hear it too. Like he catches it like in the background, the little girl singing it. Like it's freaking awesome. And then he also catch I think it was the fireman that died on the latch door number 13 in the boiler room. I believe his name was John. He was like a fireman, or that was his position, I guess, at the time when he died, and he died under watertight door number 13. And I actually caught his outline of his figure in the boiler room or in that area where he worked with my camera. It was freaking crazy. And it's like you can see it too. The pictures are legitimate. Like the pictures are not like photoshopped or whatever. They're just brightened up and enhanced a little bit, so you can kind of see it. But nothing's been like photoshopped or anything like that. And it's just like
Hey Dave,
super awesome.
can we do can I have a request for next time? Can we do maybe some time to get prepared for us to do
Would
like a full on scary thing from your experience from your ghost hunting? Like Henry says, like what other places have you investigated, and how do we see those videos and those pictures?
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, you know what? That's gonna keep you guys guessing. Then we're gonna have to plan a Halloween special takeover where
Yes,
we discuss all the crazy things that happened. You'll tell some stories. I'll show
yes,
you guys about my experiences. I guess.
With that story too.
Um,
that would be awesome.
like, but okay, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. How's that? A little sneak peek to what's to come. So this picture right here, guys, legitimate. Let me
No
show you guys the
way.
picture. Let me know when you guys see it.
I see it immediately.
Oh my god, it's right here. It's right here. Look it, right there.
You guys see it?
Peeking out.
Yeah.
Peeking out.
Right there, where my mouse is.
Oh my, you can see like the head, the body, like if he's leaning like this, like on the ledge. Ah.
Now, the reason why I took a picture up there is because I heard a noise up there. We were all hearing noises on the second level. There was nobody on the ship. This is like around 4 o'clock in the morning. The security guard that was on duty, he was escorting us because of safety reasons, but he was with us. The whole entire group, it was myself and 5 other people and the tour guide, and we were all on the bottom area of the pool area. And this is it right here. You can
Oh
see
my
the shadow. That's when we started hearing those noises and those knocks and those bangs. And I decided to take a picture. I took about 10 pictures with my camera, and only one frame you can actually see the silhouette of that person that was up there.
wow.
Crazy, right?
See, I love hearing
So-
these stories.
And here's the other one. Remember I told you about the sailor?
Yeah.
He's like
I don't know if you
walking.
guys can see his silhouette right here. See it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
that like it's shadow looking.
And you can see his posture too. You can see that he's kind of like a slightly bent.
Yeah, but it looks like he's kind of like
Yeah.
just like this. But you can even see like the
Like his hands were in his pocket,
like his
or on his
pocket, or
belt,
like he's got suspended or something right here. Like that is
He's wearing. You can tell he's wearing a hat, like his sailor hat, because the way
yeah,
that it hangs, because the way that it's positioned. You know how they wear the hats like kind of to the side and to the
yes,
back a little bit,
yes.
and then you can tell that he's wearing the fire suit because that's what they wear in the engine room.
Oh
He was
my
he was a
god!
fireman, so he was wearing the fire suit, and this was caught when I heard the
You can see
bangings.
the
And my videos
suspenders.
are legitimately, the full investigation is on one of my YouTube channels. I have several YouTube channels, but like I said, we'll
Let
save
you
it for our
step right
next
here.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
you
yes,
can
our
yes.
takeover for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will definitely show you guys. And then I've done investigations in private homes, which I've caught some crazy stuff. Like I said, none of it's fake. It's all real. I had my investigative team with me. I even did the Whaley House. Do you guys know what the Whaley House
Oh,
is?
San
No
Diego.
The one in San
way!
Diego,
San Diego. Yes,
Old Town San
yes,
Diego.
yes.
I've even done the Whaley
Yeah,
House,
yeah.
and I have a picture of Mrs. Whaley peeking out the window.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, here's all my celebrity shots right here, guys. By the way, you guys recognize these people?
oh yes.
Oh,
You guys ever
Uh-huh.
watch Pawn Stars?
Chum
yeah.
Lee.
Yeah. So yeah, he's in jail, and I think he's broke now.
Chum Lee's in jail.
Yeah, he got raided with drugs and money and
Oh,
God knows what else, guns and all kinds
what?
of stuff.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Oh, you guys want to see? Here, I'll show you guys one more picture. You guys will never believe who this is right here. Take a wild guess. No? Here. Let me
Obama?
zoom in for you guys. You know what
It's
that
a
is?
president.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, it's a
president.
That's right. That'd be President Obama right there.
It is Obama.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
it is. You
Yeah,
can see. Now that you're closer.
Isn't that crazy, guys? Like,
that's
that'll
cool.
just, like, show you, like, all the paparazzi stuff I've been up to.
That's awesome.
There he is right there in the back of the limo. Like driving by Palm Springs, Air Force One.
landing. This was Instagram right now. The IB and stuff. We won the national tour. But a lot of cool stuff. I definitely got to do another live for you guys. Show everything else.
But yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's
So-
definitely the scary stuff. That's perfect for coming up in October.
We definitely gotta plan it up, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Once again, guys, I know we've been going on all night. We kind of went into different topics, but hey, who cares? This is a takeover. We were here to have fun. We were here to enjoy ourselves. Thank you so much for everybody joining us today. JG Voyages, thank you so much, guys, for taking time out of your day. George
Thank
and
you for having us.
Jackie,
Thank you.
thank you so much, guys. It was so much fun. We definitely got to get you guys, on the ghost story. So make sure you guys, talk to your
Oh, we got plenty
neighbors.
of stories.
There you go, bro. We're definitely gonna talk some ghost stories coming up later on. We're gonna do another live. We're gonna, I don't know what we'll do. I'll probably maybe even do an investigation live or something on and do like a live feed or something. Who knows? We'll
That'll be
see.
cool.
That'll be a lot of fun
So-
if we can do that.
So Dave, I've told Jackie that I've always wanted to go on an investigation
Uh huh.
to a haunted house,
Okay.
but she won't go.
Okay. Miranda won't either.
But the only thing is she's scared that I will bring something home if I go.
There's
do
ways around
something.
that. There's ways around that.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
There's ways around that. There's special prayers. There's special protections. Like the little cross or whatever that you can wear. Just different things that you can do to protect yourself. But we can get into that. But don't worry, Jackie. I've done a lot of investigations, and look at me. No ghosts. Except for the little 3-year-old walking around y todo eso, photobombing me. But yeah, I mean, definitely it'd be a lot of fun. Hey, if you have a case, bro, if you have like a house or something or somebody that you know that might be experiencing something, let me know, bro. We might be able to go and investigate it. I have all the tools still.
Oh, I'm down to go.
Almost.
Oh, let's go.
Les too, she says.
Almost. We'll start another channel. We'll call it YouTube Paranormal.
There you go.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Right? No, but seriously, yeah, there's ways around it to protect ourselves. It's all good. So Jackie, you have nothing to be afraid of. The only thing you got to be afraid of is that your man knows that you have a crush on the weekend, so you got to watch out for him. That's the only thing to worry about. Don't worry about the cucuy and la llorona right now. But it's all good. But guys, no, seriously, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much for helping us out, supporting us, and being with us today on this very special live stream. The rest of my week is going to be busy, guys, so I will miss our my usual Wednesday tea talk. But this took this took over the that place. But thank you so much to Javier and Celeste, just a guy and a girl, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. So let's have to step away really quick, but thank you for having us, man. We really appreciate it.
No, it's all the appreciation is on us, guys, and we appreciate you guys taking time out of your evenings, your nights. We know you guys could have been at the park right now, living it up and having some churros and rubbing elbows, watching some fireworks and all that good stuff. But thank you so much for taking the time and spending your much earned rested day with us. Providing your guys' stories, you guys' input, you guys' information, and sharing your guys' adventures with us. Thank you so much. We really
Yeah,
appreciate it. And to all of our viewers out there, guys, thank you
yes.
so much for
Thank
joining
you,
us.
guys.
Anything you want to say, Javier and George?
Just thank you, everybody that's watching. Thank you again for having us here, and we look forward to doing this again.
Wonderful.
We just want to say thank you. It's always a fun time, spending time with all of our friends. Just to be invited on, it's kind of a privilege. Like we feel grateful that you've thought of us, to be part of your life. So we want to say thank you, and also thank you everyone in the chat for just hanging out with each of us and just having fun with everyone.
For sure. Thank you so much, guys. If you guys already done so, make sure you guys like and subscribe to JG Voyages. They are on YouTube. They have wonderful Disney content. They're part of the Disney family of vloggers. They were just great people, guys, loving one thing in common, loving theme parks, loving the weekend. Jackie. And we all just want to help each other out, guys, and we all love each other. We're one big family. So make sure you guys join in on the circle and make sure you guys like and subscribe. Same thing with the Just a Guy and a Girl. They have a beautiful content, guys. These guys go live from the Disneyland Resort weekly, daily. I mean, these guys are just you have better live coverage with these guys than you do with the Channel 7 News. I'm telling you right now. These guys are amazing guys, great people. Same thing with JG Voyages, guys.
Thank
Amazing
you.
people. Make sure you please support them by liking, subscribing, and watching their content, guys. And for sure, for everybody on the chat, thank you for having my chat light up like a piñata. I have never seen it. I've never seen a piñata light up like this before. But I don't think that's such a thing. Light up like a Christmas tree, I guess you would say, right?
Yeah.
Not a piñata, but whatever. I'm tired.
That's the
But thank you.
That's the Disney family. We're all here. We're all in this together, friend.
It is, guys, and it's a beautiful thing to be part of it. Miranda, she's taking care of the baby right now. It's past her bedtime, but I'm sure she says thank you, and I'm sure she said on the chat. But thank you to everybody that supported us. We'll see you guys next week, and I might be doing a live for you guys to show you what I'll be doing this weekend. I'll be on the golf course. So,
Nice.
Nice.
and then definitely keep an eye out. We're gonna definitely plan to do a scary stream takeover where we're gonna be talking about some scary stuff. Hopefully, pretty soon coming up. We'll definitely look at JG Voyages and Just a Guy and a Girl to join us, guys. And it's gonna be a great adventure. It's gonna be a great stream, and we hope everybody had fun, guys. Make sure to hit and subscribe. Hit the like button, subscribe on the way out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, and you guys have a great night. Sleep well, sleep tight, and we'll see you guys later. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.